The deep backs for Munster just coming back out onto the field to go ahead and receive. One of them is Jeff Proctor, and the other one is Danny Stanley. Danny, number 34, also has good speed. So we're about ready to go. And Stanley is the one who is closest to our broadcast position. Van Ekeren is set. He'll kick off. The ball is teed up at the near hash mark. It is booted into the air, booted fairly deep, and there will be no return on it. Goes into the end zone. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line, and Rob will go ahead and get this underway. It'll be interesting to see initially what Munster tries to do here, what type of tempo they try to set.
See what type of line push they can get on that big nose guard for Andrean, number 77, Talafaro. If they can get him moving back, they can get some running room today.
Jumonville is the quarterback. Jeff Proctor and Greg Schertzinger are the running backs, although they've whited out. Right now it's an empty backfield with 5 wideouts. They put Proctor in motion. He gets the ball on a sweep, cuts back across the 20. They swept him toward the far side of the field. He got across the 20 and out to about the 24-yard line, and this game is underway.
Got a lot of defensive penetration on that one. He got a couple yards out of it, not a bad run.
So it'll be 2nd down, a gain of 4 on the play, 2nd down and 6. Jumonville will lead them up. They have Scott as a wideout to the near side, and that's the open side of the field. Put a man in motion, they fake, and the quarterback, Jumonville, takes off with it. They faked again to give it in. They ran that flat sweep, kind of a jet sweep type look, but very flat to the line of scrimmage, and that time they ran it as a fake.
He tried to sell it, see if they moved when he faked it to the Proctor going by. No one moved. Number 60 for Andrean stayed his ground. They couldn't move that big nose guard either.
Yeah. Danny Stanley was the man who went in motion that time. Well, they're opening up with a naked backfield look here. And once again, the quarterback, now he steps out right near the center. He gets it just a few behind the line. Quick throw to the sideline. Leaning forward, the ball is caught, and that's a 1st down. Good catch there by Fotopoulos. Dimitri Fotopoulos, the junior, 6 feet and 160. And boy, Rob, he threw it right in there.
It was a good ball. He got good protection from his offensive line. It was a quick throw. That's all he needed.
You notice that was a very short shotgun, too. He was only a couple of yards beyond the line of scrimmage.
I think that's a pistol.
Yeah. Well, he was right on top of the trigger right there. So, again, Jumonville, they put one of the flankers in motion, and they did not give it to him. The quarterback, Jumonville, took off with it. He carries it up to the 39 after faking to Proctor. So they're showing a lot of that sweep look.
They're running left. They're towards their big left tackle. They got good 4 or 5 yards out of that play.
This is a pretty big offensive line anyway. They average over 240, probably closer to 245. Jumonville shotgun formation. Man in motion again. It's a toss sweep this time. And at the 40-41 yard line, it was Stanley who carried it. Got a gain of about a yard, I'd say, and it'll be a 3rd down. We're looking at conversion down here, Robin, about 5 yards to go.
They missed the block. Looked like an outside linebacker. He got to the play, made it.
Stanley is getting a lot of playing time here early in the game. He's out there with the 1st unit and seems to be performing with a lot of confidence. We did not see him early. He played some, but not as much. Scott is a wideout to the left, open field to that side. They run what appeared to be an option, and the quarterback, Jumonville, cuts forward across the 45 up to close to midfield. I'd say they'll spot him around the 48.
Good blocking again on that left side. They're going left side all day. If it's working, they're going to keep on doing it. Number 60, Patrick Marsh, he was doing his job.
Boy, they're showing a lot of stuff, aren't they, here? That looked like an option. He had his pitch man in the right position for it. 1st down Mustangs on a drive, no score in the ball game. Two-step drop, a throw by Jumonville, and Fotopoulos. Did he hang on to it, or was that pass was pretty low, and he was unable to catch it? I thought he actually might have caught that, but they ruled a trap. Incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Looked like he was just a little bit too quick on that one. Just need to be a little bit more patient.
8:49 first quarter, no score in the game. Bill Hayes and Rob Gross, happy to have you with us. Scott is a wide out to the near side. They run 4 wides and an empty backfield. Going in motion is that running back who's carried the ball so much, Proctor, for them, but instead the quarterback took off. Jumonville got a yard over the left side, maybe 2. They're going to spot it at midfield, and actually the nose of the football over that. It'll be 3rd down and 8.
The right side of that Andrean defensive line stepped up on that play. That was 2 or 3 times towards their way. This time, no gain.
So Scott will be a wideout. He has not touched the ball. He is a two-way player. Now 2 backs this time. And again, that very short snap look. Jumonville drops back. They try to set up a middle screen. Deflected, nearly intercepted at the line of scrimmage. Incomplete.
They did not fall for a couple of those big boys were still at the line of scrimmage. He had basically had to throw it away. It's going to lead to a 4th down punt.
And at the 20-yard line, ready to receive for Andrean and single safety is Brandon Bonta, the punter for the Mustangs, with a 36-yard average, is Logan Armagast. He gets the ball, puts his foot into it, end over end, doesn't carry particularly well, and kind of dives to the ground where it is caught. Pretty good effort by Bonta just to catch that ball. That ball really dove on him. A brand new feature to the Region Sports Network this year is Langel's Pizza and a Pop Quiz online at popquiz.regionsports.com. Check it out now. Fans can log on and take the short quiz, get a perfect score, and you'll have a chance to win a $25 gift certificate to Langel's Pizza. Langel's has 4 locations. We'll tell you where to find them after this play. Schmidt is the quarterback, shotgun with a single man behind him, and he gets the ball powering forward. I thought I may have heard a whistle. The locations for Langel's Pizza, Highland, Crown Point, and 2 locations in Schererville are on the web at langelspizza.com. And I guess we did have a whistle prior to the start of the play, Rob.
Looked like a procedure penalty on Andrean.
So it's going to go back 5. It'll create a 1st and 15. 59ers have a pristine record to the moment. Now the quarterback, Schmidt, has a wide out to his right, man in motion, gives him 3 on the left side. Schmidt cutting one way, in trouble, throws on the run, and threw it over the top of the intended receiver, Miles DeBose. Missed him. Miles would have had to have been about your height, probably taller, Rob. You're at least 6'6".
Yeah, he got hurried by Jalen Scott on that one.
Yeah.
The quarterback couldn't set his feet and overthrew him.
Well, Jalen Scott is a two-way player here. And very, very capable. And he had a couple of interceptions. The game we saw at the beginning of the year, he was just outstanding as a defensive back. Now the ball is given straight ahead, and over the right side goes the running back. Gained very little room on it. Yard or 2, but not much for Andrean's Roman Griffin.
That was a good play by number 50, Joe Kennedy, left defensive tackle for Munster. Came down the line of scrimmage and made the play. Griffin
is the single back along with Schmidt. We have 4 wideouts. Now Schmidt drops back, looks, fires it over the middle, caught in traffic at the 35-yard line, thrown right in between 2 defenders, first down. Pretty good job. That ball was caught, thrown right in there, and Emilio Starks, number 23, is the guy who made the catch on that football.
Great catch, great concentration, because he got popped as soon as he caught it.
Different back end this time with Schmidt. Two receivers to the right to the short side, and the quarterback goes ahead and keeps it. Schmidt crosses the 40. They ran that little mesh point, pulled it out, and he carried the ball forward across the 40 to the 41.
Good play. He pulled it at the right moment, got some positive yards. It's a 6-yard gain.
So, up to the line comes Andrean, 2nd down and 4. Schmidt rolling to the right, tucks it inside, gets across the 45, 1st down across midfield and into Munster territory as he carries it to the 48-yard line. It'll be a 1st and 10.
It was good blocking. They pulled their right guard, the front side guard around, led the quarterback for a 1st down.
And they're going on a quick huddle situation here. Schmidt, shotgun, 3-man receiver package to the left. The ball is given to Griffin. He goes all the way inside the 44, the 45 to about the 44-yard line. We'll give him 4 on that, Rob, in a 2nd and 6.
Again, good blocking by the right guard and the center combo. They comboed. He got some good positive yards. Good, another 4-yard gain.
And we are halfway through the 1st quarter. There is no score in the game. Andrean is on the move. Schmidt with Griffin to his right. 3-man receiver package to the open side of the field, which is the left side. 2nd down and 6. Schmidt on a long count. 3-man defensive line. I saw some movement. They're playing odd, of course, which you would do in a 3-man front. And it looked like one of the Munster defenders very smartly started to move as soon as he saw one of the offensive linemen jump.
You're taught that all summer long. If they jump, you move, you knock them down.
Yeah.
He did his job. They got the flag on Andrean.
2nd down and 11. Play is coming in. And running it in is Deontay Kelly. And he's lining up as a wideout on the near side. They've gone 3 wide receivers to the open side. Schmidt, we haven't seen him roll that way yet. A high snap, he gets it, fires a pass in traffic. It is incomplete. And once again, Andrean going for Emilio Starks, a junior wideout. And it was just a kind of a seam pattern running up the middle. Just took it right up the middle.
He just missed him. He just threw it behind him.
High snap, too.
Yeah, that throws the timing off the whole play.
Can make a quarterback a little uncomfortable. Not all quarterbacks handle a low snap or high snap equally well. The good ones can do it. Schmidt with Griffin to his right, runs to the right after the snap of the ball, inside the 45, the 40, up the sideline, 35, 30, and gets down near the 20-yard line. Will have the officials spot it. A 1st down, and it looks like quarterback running is what's working right now here, Rob.
Again, they pulled that front side guard, Bailey Skurlock. He went around there, made a great block, sprung his quarterback for a big gain and a 1st down. 21-yard line is where the ball will be spotted. Miles DeBose has the play from the sideline. He brings it in. It looks like they're using messenger wide receivers here, but these are real good players. 3 wide receivers to the left, open side. We haven't seen Schmidt really roll out that way. He gets the ball, gives it to Griffin. No, he keeps it. He's surprised everybody. Hits a receiver, carries it near the goal line. I'm not sure if DeBose got in. He was the guy who caught the ball. It looked to be short.
Boy, that was an awfully good fake.
That was Tebow-ish.
That was a very good fake. I thought Griffin had it, and that confused everybody. Schmidt stepped back and fired that ball down the field. Now it is 1st and goal, and Andrean is knocking on the door. They stay in a pretty much open look package here. It's a little stronger formation. They give the ball to Griffin, goes over the right side. He's close, he's in, touchdown. Touchdown Andrean at 4:22 of the first quarter.
They pulled that backside guard, Duncan Hop. He made a great block, and 36 followed him into the end zone.
So that gets the thing going. They're on the board. Roman Griffin scores the first touchdown of the ball game, and the 59ers are on the board with that. Now a try as Van Ekeren is on to try to kick the extra point. Here's the snap, place down, kick on the way. He got it up, and it is good. So we have time at 4:22 remaining in the first quarter, and we will pause. You're listening to Chevy Dealers Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Regionsports.com. Your local Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers are proud to be contributing members of the community here in Northwest Indiana. Your local Chevy dealers also pride themselves on their commitment to help you find a vehicle of your choice at a Chevy dealer near you. Our website is ChevyDriveChicago.com. Once again, that's ChevyDriveChicago.com. We look forward to serving you. Chevy runs deep. You're listening to Regionsports.com.
Bill Hazen, Rob Gross, and a big ball game on Chevy Dealers Game Night coming your way this Friday night. Well, Andrean has come in. One thing, Rob, if you're a visiting team, you like to get out of the gate early, and that's precisely what the 59ers have done here.
On homecoming night, you want to keep the crowd out of it, keep them on their seats.
The deep receivers are Stanley and Proctor. Van Ekeren will kick it.
Last one was in the end zone.
Yeah, he booted it. He hits this one pretty hard, and that will be 8 yards deep. Well, that's one way to take care of the return game, and that's exactly what Munster did in their victory over LC. That's exactly what they did.
That's one way to keep it out of Proctor's hands. Kick it out of the end zone.
Tonight's game is underwritten in part by Randall K. Miss Accounting Group in Schererville. When it comes to business, let Randall K. Miss Accounting put the numbers to work. Their phone number, 219-864-8541. And they're online at www.rkmissgroup.com. First and 10, 20-yard line, Jumonville. And kind of that short shotgun there. They give it to the right back. He had two backs behind him, and Proctor went up inside across the 20. Got to about the 21. I would imagine right now, Rob, that what Munster wants to do, they want a nice sustained drive, a drive that says something about their team.
They tried to pull that backside guard, number 60. They gave it too much penetration. It got stuffed.
So a gain of 1. Second down and 9. Dropping back Jumonville and fires one to the sideline. It is caught. And I think it was Fotopoulos who caught it. Dimitri Fotopoulos along the far sideline, and a gain on it. Very close to the first down, Rob, as it turned out.
Another good throw and catch.
3rd and 1.
That seems to be working so far.
Jumonville has an awful lot of poise for a guy who is leading this team for the first time, and he is throwing a very nice ball. So now 3rd down and 1. Let's see what they do. Two backs behind Jumonville. Gets the ball. They give it on the left side. Proctor tries to grind it out.
Looked like he tried to fake it to the fullback, followed him behind, get on the left side, try to follow Patrick Marsh and his big left tackle.
And he got it. First down to the 30-yard line. Nose of the football just made it no real estate to share on that one, Rob.
Good blocking up front. It's man on man. Who wants it more?
Chevy Dealers Game Night. We're at 2:50 first quarter play, 7-0 in favor of the Andrean 59ers. Scott is a wideout. They give it on a pitch. It was a an option play, and Stanley carried it. As he got to the line of scrimmage, 3 Andrean defenders were there to meet him.
Yes, that play did not work. He got hit hard and bent up like a pretzel. If that was me, I would still be laying down there.
So it will be a 2nd down and 11. Second and 11. 2:05 remaining first quarter. 2 backs to the left. They put Proctor in motion. He gets it on a toss sweep. 30, 35, cuts back, gets close to the 40, and across the 40 on a tremendous run.
Great run by number 31, Proctor. They sealed that edge for him. He got it out, made a couple people miss, and got the first down. Great blocking on that left side again.
43-yard line, 1st and 10. Play is coming in. Fotopoulos has the play from the sideline. He'll bring it in. They have Scott as a wideout. Somewhere you know they're going to get him involved. He's a sensational athlete. A lot of room to the right side. Now they give up the middle, and Proctor puts his head down, bangs hard. Well, we've seen, here's a guy who can go outside, he can go inside. He's a heck of a runner.
That was just straight up man blocking. There was nothing fancy, no one pulling.
Yeah. Blast blocking, straight ahead.
Old time football right there.
2nd down and 8. Gain of 2. Fotopoulos to the far side. To the near side is Scott. 2 backs behind the quarter, but Jumonville, and he gives it to Proctor again, and he fights forward, approaching the 48, maybe the 49-yard line. It'll be a 3rd down and 4.
No, again, to the left side. Seems to be their favorite side so far with Patrick Marsh.
Yeah.
Their big left tackle.
3rd down, 4 yards to go. 25 seconds remaining. First quarter of play. 7-0 Andrean. Scott as a wideout goes to the near side. Open field to that side, to the right. Jumonville drops back, rolls to the right. Throwing for Scott, comes back, catches it, 45, evades a tackler, 40, 35, inside the 30. And he gets to about the 26. Rob, you knew sooner or later they were going to find him.
That was a good find, good catch, good run after the catch. Got the first down. It's going to be into the quarter.
And that will be the end of the first quarter of play. You are listening to Chevy Dealers Game Night. We'll pause. Our score at the end of the first quarter, 7-0 Andrean, here on Region Sports, the only game in town.
Regionsports.com.
Hey, it's Tara for Christensen Chevy. Christensen Chevrolet is a local family-owned and operated Chevrolet dealership celebrating over 60 years in the community, serving all of Northwest Indiana and Chicagoland. If you stop in, you can see why families and businesses have put their trust in us for generations. At Christensen, we have an enormous inventory of new Chevys with all of your favorite models in stock, ready for immediate delivery, because that's the Christensen way. We're Christensen Chevrolet, proud sponsor of our great local high school athletic programs on Indy Boulevard in Highland, or visit ChristensenChevy.com.
Strachan Van Til with 19 Northwest Indiana locations has everything desired for healthy eating, from fresh produce, deli, bakery, and seafood. The meat department features certified Angus beef and butchers who offer custom orders. The website features a meal planner with a recipe of the day and catering information available, including a variety of party platters. They are on the web at StrachanVanTil.com.
Misprint can help your team's identification with team banners, trading cards, personalized team posters, stickers, decals, and fundraising ideas too. Misprint has 2 locations, 8244 Calumet Avenue in Munster and in Hammond at 6931 Calumet Avenue. Both locations open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5, and in Munster, Saturdays till noon. Online, it's misprintusa.com. Misprint in Munster and Hammond for custom print, designs, and signs. You're listening to regionsports.com.
We return to action. Bill Hayes and Rob Gross, and happy to have everybody watching here on regionsports.com. We begin the second quarter. It is a second down, and the teams have now switched in. Second down and 10. Here's a sweep up the sideline. And a dive toward the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown! A beautiful run.
Great blocking by the right side of the line. Jordan DeSola, Sean Wagner sealed the edge. Proctor used his speed, got to the end zone and scored.
I think it was Justin Gill, number 15, who carried it. Did you see?
Oh, that was Proctor.
It was Proctor. Okay, Proctor carried it. That's a 21-yard touchdown. Great job. And now the try for the extra point. How did he stay in bounds? A heck of a job.
He tiptoed the sidelines and scored.
I'll say, great job. Scott Fisher is on to try the extra point. He's 5 of 8 this year. Snap, place down, kick in the air. Looks good, and it is. So that ties the ball game, Rob. We mentioned one of the elements here, getting behind, that Munster needed a real good drive that really spoke to what they can do as a team. And here's what happened. We saw Scott get the ball. We saw some of their key players. We saw Proctor make a big run. That speaks to the quality of this football team.
Got to keep it up. It's their homecoming. It's a big night for these kids. They want the ball. Get it in their hands and let them do some damage.
So that ties it at 7 apiece. It is Chevy Dealers game night. A great night for football here tonight. Stay tuned after the second quarter for the Herm Hoagie halftime report. That's underwritten by RE/MAX Realty Associates, Herm and Chris Hoagie of Munster. They're on the web at regionhomes.com. Check them out. At halftime, our halftime report.
Now, Andrean kicked it in the end zone both times. Let's see if Munster can put it in the end zone. Give Andrean a very long field.
Fisher will kick it off. One of the things we noticed when we saw him the first time, he had the foot to put it in the end zone. And certainly Andrean has that capability. That wipes out your return game. Let's see what Fisher does. 2 deep back, strikes it. The ball carries well. It's going to be close. It's in the end zone. That will not be returned. The ball will go out to the 20. Neither of these teams has been able to utilize their return game yet in this game, Rob.
Yep, and especially for Munster, they want to make sure Andrean has to drive 80 yards every time.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what we've seen early in this game. Beautiful pictures here. Chris Ramirez is with us. He just showed us. He's watching the game on regionsports.com, and the picture is a beauty. You can't beat it. Almost as good as being here.
Almost.
It is homecoming night. Schmidt, the quarterback. The ball is kept by Schmidt. He faked to give it and carries it. Got a huge push up front. Brother, he got all the way across the 31st down as he got out to the 32.
Looks like he ran behind Duncan Hopp. They pulled him around the left side, followed him out the hole, then he cut back up the middle.
Emilio Starks has had quite a role in this game thus far. He caught the touchdown pass, and they ran the fake on the sweep to him. 3-man receiver package to the right, 1st and 10. Now the ball is given, and Griffin this time carried it over the left side. Looks like he got up to about the 34. We'll call it 2nd down and 7.
That was good defense on Jordan DeSola, number 68. Aaron Welts, they stood strong on that right side of the Munster defensive line.
So we are tied at 7 apiece. It's all about blocking and tackling. Let's never forget that. I'm still waiting for the coach to write a book that says how to win football games without blocking and tackling. That would be a bestseller if anybody could figure that out. Here is Schmidt to throw over the middle. It's deflected, but it's caught on the deflection at the 45, 46-yard line. What an effort by the receiver, Brandon Bonta, to keep focus on that ball. It was slightly deflected, and he brought it in.
It was a good play. He sat in the zone right there, and Schmidt got him the ball.
First down, 46-yard line. Andrean is on the move. They're trying to answer Munster's drive. Three-man receiver package for Schmidt to the left. Griffin is the single back. They have one receiver to the right. Now Schmidt gets it. They give it to Griffin up the middle. Almost broke a tackle. No, it's a fake. They faked it to Griffin. Boy, they're good at that. Schmidt carried it himself, and he gained almost 2. Boy, you know what he does? He rides him and then pulls it out. It's hard to tell who has the ball.
That was Munster's inside linebacker, number 18, Jalen Scott, two-way player. He came up for a stuff on that play. They didn't, maybe a 1-yard gain on that one.
Second down, and we'll call it a short 9. Schmidt gets it, handoff, new back in there, carries it inside, across midfield, and down to the 46-yard line. David Graham with his first carry. We expected to see him carrying the ball more than that by this time.
You know, talking to coaches before their scrimmage, I was told he is the best athlete you would see on the field, offense or defensively.
Now Graham is the single back. They run to the right. Schmidt, he's hit in the backfield and dropped. Oh, and Munster's defense got through there like a ton of bricks. Michael Johnston, number 10, a big play.
They blitzed on that one. The offensive guard did not pick it up, and his quarterback got hit hard.
That was a third down. So now, Rob, you're looking at the ball back at the 47 and a fourth down and 3. You go for it or play field position?
I think Coach Mason is going to go for it.
All right. We'll see. And there's going to be some time to think about it a little bit. Chevy Game Night coming your way. We'll remind you, you're listening to Region Sports Network coverage of high school football. And it comes your way right here on the internet at regionsports.com. Glad to have you with us. The Region Sports Football Wrap-Up will follow the game. That's a lot of fun. We all get together at the studio and have a great time. That's on Region Sports Network. You join us, too. The crew will be back in the RSN studios to give all of the scores from tonight's game. We'll all get in the studio and talk together and have a wonderful time. Please join us. We want to invite all of you to be there. We take calls, we give updates on scores, we talk with coaches. A lot of coaches listen to the program and will call us and talk about their game. Get all the latest Region Sports Network news and features by liking us on Facebook at facebook.com/Region Sports, or follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/The Region. Bill Hazen, Rob Gross.
Looks like they're going for it.
Looks like it. Fourth down and 3. Single back. They'll spread the formation. Schmidt gets it. They give it straight ahead. And as you would expect, carrying it down to the 40, a good gain and enough for the first time. They gave it to Graham, and he carried it down to the 40, got the first down. He needed 3, and he got 5, and a solid 5.
Great blocking from that right side of the line. Colin Mullaney and Bailey Skurlock. Great blocking, got the first down.
First and 10. Now, Griffin is back in as the single back. Shotgun formation quarterback. Not sure what to do. It looked like a busted play. He managed to carry it forward to about the 40 inside. May have gotten a yard on it. Was that a busted play, Rob?
No, penetration. Too much penetration on that outside. Penetration will kill anything. He saw the penetration, juked the one defender, got what he could out of it.
Okay, second down and 9. 7-7, we are tied at 8:16 of the second quarter here on Chevy Dealers Game Night. Schmidt, the quarterback, has a man to his right. It's a high snap. Schmidt has to go back. He covers it, but a good loss on the play as he was forced all the way back across midfield. And Schmidt actually very fortunate there, Rob, to just cover that ball and get on it.
That's a mental mistake. You know, in pregame, the two centers, they were practicing shotgun snaps, and none of them were over each other's heads. So that's just something, just a mistake. They got to overcome it. It's a long third and like 20. So let's see what Andrean can do.
Well, this is one of the problems when you have a defense that's in an odd front. That center, it always has extra pressure. Both of these teams are playing odd. So they have a man right over that nose. He can get there real fast. Twin receivers each side. Schmidt drops back, floats it up in the air. It's deflected and dropped. Emilio Starks was the receiver, and we have a little laundry out on the field, but it was dropped late. Flag on the play, but that was dropped in there late, was it not, Rob?
Yeah, well, he went to throw his flag, but threw his marker, so then he threw his flag.
There you go.
Looks like they're going to get pass interference on Munster, but in high school, that's only a 10-yard penalty. And I'm not sure if it's going to be an automatic first down or not.
No, well, that would be a good question. And because it was a 3rd and 20. So that is the call. The football will move to the 45, and it remains a 3rd down according to the yard marker. So it'll be 3rd down and about 5, a long 5. With a tie score. Andrean, after having a high snap, push them back. They get the benefit of a penalty. And timeout will be taken. Andrean burns. That's their second, I believe. Is it not, Rob?
Yep. That's their second timeout. They got a gift, a 15-yard penalty out of that. 3rd and 20, got 15.
Tonight's game is brought to you by State Farm agents Rich Allenbaugh in Highland and Bob Reese in Crown Point. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there, and so are Rich and Bob. You can count on them. Call Rich at 923-3030 or call Bob at 663-7337 to make sure you and your family are protected. State Farm agents Rich Allenbaugh and Bob Reese are proud supporters of high school sports on the Region Sports Network. Contact Rich and Bob. You can depend on them to help you with your insurance coverage. 7:19 remaining, second quarter of play. And now these lights are digging in. It's turning into a beautiful, although somewhat cool evening. We're moving into the fall, more of a fall-like feel tonight. Now more of a power look. The ball is given to Griffin. He carries over the right side and pushed right back. Good surge there by Munster's defensive line.
Number 60 for Munster came right in there. He drove their center back, plugged up the hole.
Oh, he sure did. That's Patrick Marsh. Very appropriate, I might add. That's a relation, I'm almost certain. Boy, he got his hat right in there, did a great job. Now we're looking at a 4th and 5. They're going to go for it.
See what Munster's got. Big
Schmidt,
play.
Open field to the left. Schmidt will throw it, drops, looks to the near side, fires it, has his man inside the 30. It should be enough for the first down as that ball was caught by Brandon Bonta. Bonta and Kelly are very dangerous receivers, and tonight we've seen Starks play very well, number 23.
For a 3rd and 5, that DB was playing way too soft on that coverage. That was an easy first down.
Bonta goes to the near side, Kelly to the far side, Starks to the far side. Griffin, the single back, lines up in front of Schmidt. The quarterback, he rolls to the left, throws on the run, way downfield. It's short, it's intercepted inside the 5-yard line. A backpedaling interception. The ball goes over. That ball was underthrown and seriously underthrown. So the ball will go over, and it was Jeff Proctor who made the interception on it. So Munster has it back. Hard to make that throw rolling left.
His receiver was open. He just underthrew it.
Yeah.
All the linemen, they turned. He rolled to his left, and he just underthrew that ball.
He looked like he was struggling a little bit to square his shoulders, which is the key when you're running opposite of your throwing arm. You've got to be, that's why a lot of quarterbacks will circle deeper so that their shoulders are square. 1st and 10 from the 3. Here's a give across the 5 to the 7 to the 8-yard line. Proctor pounding out some hard yards and a gain of 6, Rob.
That was a quick hitter over the right side. Again, following his right side of the line.
We're halfway through the second quarter. 5:50 on the game clock. 7-7 is the score. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, they were trying to pick up. Looks like they're trying to pick up tempo.
Here's Proctor again, got to the 9. And that will leave about a 3rd down and 3. They need to get to about the 12. If Munster carries us for a drive, they're going to go 98 yards if they get it in the end zone. And you know Leroy Marsh would love that.
Munster's got to get a first down here. They do not want to have to punt out of their own end zone.
Yeah. 3rd down and 3. Let's see what type of a play they run here. Single back. And play action fake. Here's a pass over the middle. Caught in traffic at the 19-yard line. That's a first down. The big tight end.
That was a great call. He actually got hit before that ball came, so they missed the flag on that one, but he caught it.
Logan Armagast, who doubles as the punter. And he said, you know what? If I catch this ball, I won't have to punt it.
He said, I do not want to punt on my own end zone, Bill.
So Logan Armagast is a receiver. He had a little extra skin in the game on that one. 1st and 10. 17. Shotgun formation with 2 backs. And the ball is given on a sweep. Danny Stanley attacks the right side. Didn't get much. That play broke down on the sweep. He lost a couple, as a matter of fact. 2nd down and 12.
Penetration by the left side of the Andrean front. Looked like to be that linebacker. He got in there quick. Penetration will kill anything you think you have planned.
Rob, what is working well thus far that you see? What's working for each team well?
Right now, they're using their guards a lot to pull and get on the edge, use their speed. Both teams are.
2 backs behind Jumonville. Rolls to the left under pressure, throws. It's deflected. Incomplete. Jumonville tried to roll to the open side, which was his left side. And you know what? He really needed to get out of there because it looked like the right end broke through. So that was a problem. Incomplete. Stay tuned after the second quarter for the Herm Hoagie Halftime Report, underwritten by Remax Realty Associates, Herm and Chris Hoagie of Munster. They're on the web at regionhomes.com. Stick with us at halftime.
I like Munster's pace. They're trying to pick up the tempo.
3rd down and 12. Again, rolling to the left. Now a pass, and Scott, it was thrown low. He could not catch it. It'll be a 4th down, and now Loman Armagast will have to punt it. But at least the field possession will be better. The line of scrimmage will be the 16. So he won't have to go back into his end zone, Rob, to punt.
Andrian's got Griffin back to return the punt. He is dangerous. Let's see if Andrian can get some pressure on the punter. Look for a block.
Armagast, Griffin, and single safety. Has it at his 4, steps into it. The ball carries pretty high and rolls down the field. Good roll all the way down to the 20. Griffin backpedaling, catches it, runs over a man at the 30 and gets out to the 32, maybe the 33-yard line. That's where they'll put it in play.
I was looking for maybe him to cut left because he had a lot of open room, but he just said, nah, I'm going to run over that Munster guy.
Well, he did. He just ran right over him. The vehicles are lined up in the end zone for the homecoming ceremony here. That'll be a lot of fun. A lot of open air vehicles so that those who are part of the processional can be seen by everybody. 1st and 10 at the 33.
Parents don't want to pay all that money for that dress and not to be seen, Bill.
You're right about that. Kelly is a wide out to the far side. Quarterback Schmidt throws to the near side. It's intercepted. 35-30, 25-20. Armagast picked it off. He stepped up. Now a late flag after the play is over. How about that?
He read the quarterback. He got back into his zone for that outside linebacker. Looks like they were playing cover 3. That's his responsibility. He got there and picked it.
Isn't that what they refer to often is sitting down in your zone? They say, get back there, sit down in your zone. That's what they're talking about.
He was there. He sat there and he caught it.
Yeah. How can a guy that big be almost invisible? And that's what happened. He suddenly sprung up. There he is. The ball was thrown right to him.
I think that quarterback, he already had pre-snap. He knew he was going to throw it. Yeah. Didn't even see him.
Penalty was called against Munster after the play.
It might have been maybe a block in the back.
Yeah, that could be it. Ball's at the 30-yard. Celebration penalty. Maybe I didn't see anything. It looked untowards there. 1st and 10, Jumonville cuts left, 25, has one man to beat. He breaks a tackle inside the 20 and gets to the 19-yard line. I thought Andrean had him for sure.
I think they did too, but he kept on going. They didn't blow the whistle. They teach you all summer long, you go to the whistle. Boy, he continued to drive his feet.
You're right. Coach Rob, you would have been over there saying, great job, young man.
Unless I was on the Andrean side, I'd be yelling at my defense.
That's right. 1st and 10. No, that was not a first down. It's 2nd down and less than a yard. Jumonville, 2 backs behind him. Proctor and Stanley. Jumonville carries it with a lead from his running back, Stanley, going through on that side. He got inside the 21st down to the 16-yard line.
Using Stanley as a lead blocker.
Very effective. Now, Munster is getting a little bit more into their power game here. They're staying a little closer to the vest.
Yes. Coach Marsh is not in no hurry.
Yep.
He wants to run this clock out, hopefully score with as few seconds on the clock as possible.
Well, and he has a very big offensive line. Let's not forget, this is a representative group. 1st and 10, the give to Proctor inside the 15, the 14. Boy, he really got low on there. He snuck an extra yard out. A typical back wouldn't have gotten that, Rob.
He hits the hole so fast, you don't even know where he's at.
Got inside the 15. Actually, the nose of that football is toward the 14. We'll give him a gain of a solid 2 there. 2nd down and 8. We have 2:17 remaining on the scoreboard clock. Wide receiver to the right is Scott. They run it right. The quarterback keeps it, and not much for Jumonville. He stopped at the line of scrimmage, and Andrean wasn't having any part of that.
They stood the offensive lineman up, shed him, and made that tackle on the left-hand side.
Boy, you have a nice. They had a nice isolation there, Rob, on the right with Scott, and you have to wonder if they see that again, if they'll try to take advantage of it.
When they're running plays in and out, the coach will ask them, "What'd you see? What'd you see?"
Yeah, exactly.
They'll tell him, "Hey, he's not even looking my way. He's not even paying attention." They'll go back to him.
Scott's a wide out, single man coverage there. Jumonville under center, open field to the right, steps back. He's looking Scott's direction, throws to him, caught at the 5. He's near the goal line. Stopped just short of the goal line.
You called it.
Yeah. Well, everybody gets lucky every once in a while. But, boy, I saw that out there, and I thought, boy, I love that matchup.
One-on-one with Scott's hard to guard him one-on-one.
1st and goal. Jumonville gets the ball, cuts over the right with one of his backs as the lead blocker. He's close. He's close. He did not get in. 1:03, and the clock is rolling.
Again, Coach Marsh is going to take his time. He is on the doorstep, sniffing the goal line. They will not call a timeout. They just started the 25-second clock, so he's got plenty of time. Oh, and now he calls a timeout.
We're at point-blank range. The main thing here, Rob, is they want to make sure that they come away with the score above all else.
Got a score here to go up. and on Andrean. Give them some thoughts. Oh, wait a minute. We're Andrean. We don't lose.
Yeah, well, Andrean is a very, very good football team with a tremendous tradition. There is no question. I had the privilege of calling them in 2004, the year that they won the state title with Brett St. Germain there, and Tommy Finn and Jake Kokel and all those great players that they had. They had a bundle of them, and they made big plays. So certainly the pedigree is there. They've been there before. But I'll tell you, Munster is off to a very good start this year. They have the potential, I think, for something really special. Now they're lining up in a power package, to say the least. They have some big guys. Armagast is in there. Straight ahead, the quarterback, Jumonville, close to the goal line. Got it! He's in. Touchdown at 43 seconds of the second quarter.
He didn't need to go far, Bill. I think it was about, a couple inches?
That's about it. And, brother, they had plenty of beef in there. They had Proctor as a deep back. They had Armagast in there to kind of load up a little bit. So that was the power package, and they put it in the end zone. Now the try for the extra point. It'll be Fisher to kick it. He's kicking to the south end zone. Snap, place down, kick on the way by the lefty. Looks good, and it is. We are at 43 seconds of the first half remaining here. This is Chevy Dealers Game Night. It comes your way here on Region Sports. Bill Hazen and Rob Gross. Rob, we've seen one heck of a game to the moment, and for homecoming, this is you're certainly not scheduling a patsy for homecoming when you're bringing Andrean in.
No.
Everybody's getting their money's worth tonight.
Andrean is far from a patsy, but like I said in the keys of the game, Munster's going to need a turnover if they want to upset the 59ers, and they got one, and now they're up 7.
And that's right where we're at. Munster, both teams have shown the ability to take the return part of special games out of play. Both teams have done this. So we haven't seen any returns. We haven't seen anybody bring something back, because every kick has been into the end zone.
That's one way to stop Proctor on Munster.
Sure is.
And Griffin.
Yep.
On
Andrean for sure. That's the surest way. Now Fisher is kicking into what appears to be into a breeze. 2 deep backs at the goal line. Griffin is the one to the near side. The ball is kicked, and it's again about 5 yards deep. This will not be brought out. So once again, you have a situation where David Graham could not grab the ball, go with it. 1st and 10. And now let's see how far Andrean wants to spread the field, Rob.
They only have one timeout left, 43 seconds. They got 80 yards to go.
Yep.
Let's see if we get some hurry-up offense.
Yeah, they burned some early timeouts here.
Going to come back to bite them.
And it did. Now you have 43 seconds, and I would think, Andrean, it's going to be mandatory to spread the field. Schmidt has Griffin behind him as a running back. 2 receivers left and right. The ball spotted dead center of the field at the 20. A slight breeze for Andrean. Here's a quick pass to the sideline after a fake. The ball is caught at the 20-25. Good tackling there. Keeps the ball in bounds, and that keeps the clock rolling. The ball at the 27-yard line, and a gain of about 7. We'll go through some scores here and get you some updates.
Scores around the region. We got Laporte up 7-0 at Chester in the second. LC's up 7-0 over Crown Point in the second. Wheeler 14-7 over Whiting in the second. Morton 8-6 over Hammond High in the first. Hanover 8-0 over River Forest in the second. Maryville 14-3 over Portage in the second. Valpo's blanking Michigan City in the first. Hobart's taking it out on KV 28-0 in the second. Highland is 28-0 over Clark in the first. South Central's over 13-8 over Bishop Knoll in the second. Calumet and North Newton are tied at 0 in the second. second. And Boone Grove is 16-0 over Lake Station in the second.
There was a penalty at the end of the play. It's been brought back 15 yards, and we have a first down and 15 now. And a give over the right side, very little gain. Second down, a gain of 1 or 2, and that was it for Griffin, or for Graham, rather. Now we're down to 20 seconds.
They're not going to snap it.
All right. We'll see then if they're just going to go ahead. They would go into the locker room, down a touchdown. 14-7 is the score right now. And indeed, you are correct, Rob. They won't snap it. They'll go into the locker room trailing by 7. A very good hand from the fans on both sides here. We're on the Andrean side here at Munster in the supplementary press box, which is a great facility here. And so we are at half, 14-7 in favor of the Mustangs on homecoming night here in Munster. It is Chevy Dealers game night, and boy, a great game. This game means so much, Rob. And we see a 1-touchdown lead for Munster on the scoreboard. Did Munster, in your mind, get the better of it, tackle to tackle, in the first half?
So far, yeah. I mean, like I said, they got the turnover. They're starting to use their speed, get to the outside. Made a big play on defense, stopped Andrean a couple of times. Andrean's got a couple silly penalties that have hurt him. We'll see what they do coming out of half, because I believe Andrean does get the ball to start the third quarter.
The marching band is coming out onto the field here. We will be going back to our studios here in a little bit to update you on some of the games. This is a wonderful night. You know, we were here for the season opener, Robin. That was the 50th anniversary of football here at the school. You would have loved it. They had skyrockets. No, they put on a great show here. It was incredible. And then, of course, they won the ball game over Lake Central 20-19 in a real nail-biter. Unforgettable night and an awful lot of fun. Everybody here. So I've been here twice this year, and both times it's been for big, really big nights.
Munster has a good, rich football tradition. I mean, their only loss this year was against Chesterton, and Chesterton has a very good defense.
One part of that, of course, is due to the longtime coaching of Leroy Marsh. The Augustana product, it's long since forgotten that he was an All-American football player himself, small college back in those days at Augustana, and he is seeking his 216th career victory here tonight. We will go ahead and pause now. We are at halftime, Munster leading Andrean 14-7. This broadcast comes your way on Region Sports. It is Chevy Dealers game night on the Region Sports Network, presented by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy Dealers. We will be back in a bit.
Regionsports.com.
Your local Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers are proud to be contributing members of the community here in Northwest Indiana. Your local Chevy dealers also pride themselves on their commitment to help you find a vehicle of your choice at a Chevy dealer near you. Our website is ChevyDriveChicago.com. Once again, that's ChevyDriveChicago.com. We look forward to serving you. Chevy runs deep.
Your money to work with special share certificate rates from United Federal Credit Union. This month, earn at least 2.20 annual percentage yield on a 55-month certificate. With rates as good as these, you'll be free to relax while your money remains hard at work. Contact United Federal Credit Union today to get started. Learn more or open your account at UnitedFCU.com. Federally insured by NCUA. Certain restrictions apply. See branch for details. Rates, terms, and conditions subject to change without notice. $500 minimum balance required.
Let's Crowell Company's Lantern Man take the worry of insurance off your mind. We are open from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Friday and Saturday 2 p.m. for your convenience. Crowell Company have been in Highland for over 44 years, in Maryville for 16 years, and in Michigan City for 22 years. And we're committed to serving Northwest Indiana. Crowell Insurance Companies. Insurance rates for your family. The phone number, 800-227-2131. The website, crowellinsurance.com. Crowell Companies, Lantern Man, your insurance superhero.
Buffalo Wild Wings wants to team up with region high schools to share the excitement of homecoming by sponsoring the halftime festivities with the B-Dubs street team and mascot. For participating schools, the fun includes a wings delivery to the press box, a t-shirt toss for fans, a chance to win a B-Dubs spirit bag with any concession stand purchase before halftime, and a fan's photo opportunity with the B-Dubs mascot. This is a first-come, first-served promotion based on availability and dates, so for more information on booking Buffalo Wild Wings for your school's homecoming, you can call 586-663-0707 and ask for Lisa Bissett. That number again is 586-663-0707.
McShane's is the largest locally owned and operated full-service office products dealer in northern Indiana. We carry equipment, supplies, and office furniture for every need. Copiers, printers, scanners, and multifunction equipment from respected international manufacturers. Ask about our cost-effective leasing programs and our special monthly discounts and promotions. McShane's factory-trained technicians will maintain and repair your office equipment too. Call 1-800-837-1400 or for convenient, secure online shopping, log on to McShanes.com.
Sports in the region are about tradition, and since 1946, Berry Brothers in Hammond has built a tradition of quality and service. With a professionally trained sales staff, Berry Brothers offers a selection of quality American-made work boots, safety shoes, and apparel. Located on Indianapolis Boulevard, a half-mile north of Interstate 94, Berry Brothers is devoted to providing exceptional service to ensure the satisfaction of every customer. Berry Brothers is open 7 days a week, and gift certificates are available. The website is berrybros.com. Tech Credit Union can help you get the cash you need for home improvement, education costs, or any other purpose. Unlock your home's equity with a home equity loan featuring a 3.99 annual percentage rate, 7-year repayment term, and no closing costs. With a fixed rate, your monthly payment won't change during your loan term. To learn more, visit techcu.org or call them at 800-276-TECH. That's 800-276-8324. Tech Credit Union is an equal opportunity lender and is federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration. Rates may change without notice. Concussions occur when trauma to the head or spine temporarily interferes with brain function. Seeking medical care as soon as possible is important in making a full recovery and reduces the risk of developing long-term problems. The concussion clinics at Community Hospital in Munster and St. Mary Medical Center in Hobart have a team of medical professionals experienced in evaluating and treating concussions. If you have a head or neck injury, don't wait. Head to the experts. For a head injury on the field, the court, or the ice, the phone number of the concussion clinics is 219-836-4461.
You're listening to regionsports.com.
Great halftime underway here, and they're having a lot of fun here in Munster. This is feeling a little bit more now like football weather. Bill Hazen back with Rob Gross. Rob, take us through some of the scoring and some of the key stats on the ball game. How did it look to you?
We opened up in the first quarter with a touchdown run by Griffin for the 59ers that put them up 7-0. On the second quarter, we had a Proctor with a 20-yard touchdown run for Munster. And then right before the half, Jumonville had a 1-yard touchdown run. And that's what our score is, 14-7 Munster. Some of the stats we have for Munster, we got Proctor with 9 rushes for 53 yards. We got Stanley with 4 rushes for 2 yards. The wide receiver Scott has 1 reception for 12 yards. Patopoulos has 2 for 17. And 81 has 1 for 9. So I don't have his name.
Logan Armagast.
Yes, sir.
I'll just help you with that.
Jumonville has 9 rushes for 51 yards. He has 3 completions for 32 yards. For Andrean, we got Griffin, who has 5 rushes for 10 yards. We got Graham with 2 rushes for 15 yards. Bonta's got 2 receptions for a total of 18 yards. Stark has 1 for 17 yards. Schmidt running, he has 9 attempts for 50 yards. And passing, he has 4 completions for 55 yards.
Very good. We just got the word from Nathan Laird. He's standing by back in our Region Sports studios. So we're going to be going back to him as we invite you to stay tuned now for the Herm Herm Hoagie Halftime Report, which is underwritten by the RE/MAX Realty Associates, Herm and Chris Hoagie of Munster. They're on the web at regionhomes.com. So stand by. Nathan Laird and our halftime report is next here on the Region Sports Network. It's Chevy Dealers Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Welcome into the Region Sports Network studios, everybody. Nathan Laird here with you for the Herm and Chris Hoagie Halftime Report, underwritten by the RE/MAX Realty team of Herm and Chris Hoagie in Munster. Find them on the web at regionhomes.com and let them help you find your new home in Northwest Indiana. Some scores from around the region here tonight here on Chevy Dealers Game Night. The feature game on 90.5 FM WRTW and online at regionsportsradio.com. The LaPorte Slicers lead the Chesterton Trojans 7-0 at the break. The game you're listening to or watching right here on regionsportsradio.com. Munster leads Andrean 14-7 also at the half. Lowell all over the Griffith Panthers 41-6 down at the Inferno. The Red Devils rolling once again. They're the top-ranked team in the RSN Top 10 for a reason. At the half, Lake Central leads Crown Point 14-0. Wheeler over Whiting 21-7. That game in the second quarter. Morton leads Hammond High 14-12. That one also in the second. Hanover Central has a 6-0 lead over River Forest at the end of one. Maryville up 14-3 over Portage at the end of one quarter. Valparaiso leads Michigan City 21-0 in the second. Hobart all over Kankakee Valley 35-0. The Brickies with an offensive output. That ball game still in the second quarter. Highland leads Clark 34-0 in the second. South Central leads Bishop Knoll 19-8. In the second quarter, Calumet and North Newton were scoreless at the end of one. Boone Grove leads Lake Station 16-0 in the second quarter. And those are all the scores we have in right now. A couple other games we're still looking for updates from. Gavitt is at East Chicago Central. LaPorte La Lumiere is at Roosevelt. Westside travels to Illinois to take on the Huntley Red Raiders. Rensselaer Central is hosting Twin Lakes, and North Judson is at Knox. We will have updates from all of those on our Facebook page all night long at facebook.com/Region Sports, or you can follow us on Twitter at the RSN. That's THERSN. And we will also have all the updates and finals on the Region Football Wrap-Up Show. Tonight we're on the air until 11 o'clock on 90.5 The Key and online at regionsportsradio.com. And if you miss any of those, we'll have them all posted on regionsports.com as well by the end of the evening. This is the Herm and Chris Hoagie Halftime Report, again sponsored by Herm and Chris Hoagie, the RE/MAX Realty team in Munster. Find them on the web at regionhomes.com. And you are listening to the Chevy Dealers Game Night here on the Region Sports Network. We're going to take another timeout, and then we'll send it back to the Marshlands as Bill Hazen and Rob Gross will break down the first half of action and preview what's to come in the second half, with Munster leading Andrean 14-7. You're listening to Chevy Dealers Game Night here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Misprint can help your team's identification with team banners, trading cards, personalized team posters, stickers, decals, and fundraising ideas too. Misprint has two locations, 8244 Calumet Avenue in Munster, and in Hammond at 6931 Calumet Avenue. Both locations open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5, and in Munster, Saturdays till noon. Online, it's misprintusa.com. Misprint in Munster and Hammond for custom print, designs, and signs.
Morris Baseball and Softball Center, a new baseball and softball development program in Northwest Indiana, provides instruction for aspiring athletes. The staff at Morris Baseball and Softball Center has over 95 years of combined professional experience, and they provide instruction which includes game-tested methods used by major league teams. Located inside Omni 41 in Schererville, Morris Baseball and Softball provides disciplined, well-organized practices and places players at highly competitive opportunities to achieve success. For more information on Morris Baseball and Softball, the phone number is 227-5250, and the website is morrisbaseballcenter.com.
You're listening to regionsports.com.
Well, Well, the beautiful vehicles are out, and we have some of Munster's lovelies who are going by. Those beautiful dresses you were talking about, Rob. They are very well displayed, and the lovely convertibles. My goodness, those are wonderful cars, too. I think I see a Chevy or two out there. Looks real good. Well, we're at halftime, and we want to remind you you're listening to the Herm Hoagie Halftime Report, underwritten by Remax Realty Associates, Herm and Chris Hoagie, right here in Munster. And they are available for all of your real estate needs. Check them out. Here's the web address, regionhomes.com. regionhomes.com. Sounds like a good address to go ahead and visit. Bill Hayes and Rob Gross back with you. Rob, looking to the second half, what are you thinking relative to possible adjustments, things you've seen that you like, things that could be problematic here going in the second half?
Andrean's going to start off with the ball. They have to continue what they do well, is run.
Yeah.
Keep on running the ball. Keep on getting to Graham. Keep on giving Griffin. The quarterback is running well. A couple mistakes, a couple penalties. Kind of took them out of a drive. They turned it over. If they tighten things up, I think they'll be fine. They'll be able to tie the score here, maybe start a third quarter. For Munster, keep on doing what you're doing. Maybe get another turnover, force Andrean to punt. Let them kick it to Proctor. Hopefully Proctor can take it back, get some big yards, set a good field position, short field, and they can score. And maybe they can get the upset tonight.
And I think Scott is one of the keys, as we saw in this first half. Any way that they can get the ball into his hands, I think that creates an awful lot of pressure defensively.
Whenever he was on the wide side of the field, he was singled up one-on-one coverage. It's tough for that lone DB to cover him. It's a lot of field to cover.
Boy, it is. And you're right. They would have him on that wide side and no other traffic out there. So you weren't looking at a three-man receiver package. It was mano a mano, and that's tough on any cornerback. Scott has speed. He has long legs. He can run. He looks to me like if you had him in the open field, he'd be close to a two-strider. And he can catch it, plays both ways. He has a good nose for the football, I think.
To me, if I was defensive coaching Andrean, I would press him on the line and just be physical with him. Don't let him get by you. I mean, he's taller than most of their cornerbacks anyway.
Yeah, he is.
So be physical with him and get him off, the timing's off. Hopefully that can disrupt it, because if you play back, he's going to use his speed, uses elusiveness to get around you, and now you're giving up big yards.
A bump and run type situation, try to bump them.
Especially that close, and they were down there, within 20, 25 yards. Mm-hmm. You got to be physical right out the line. That's where I used to teach my cornerbacks over there at Bowman. Don't even let them off the line. If you can, you put them down on the ground and you just stand over him.
And you better not miss him.
Yep. Yeah, you miss him, you're going to hear about it.
Boy, you're right about that. If you miss him, it's 7 points. It's that simple. Oh, that's a tough spot for any cornerback. Cornerback, of course, is one of the toughest positions on a football team, along with some of the line positions, which we know are very hard to play. Cornerback, brother, you can really get exposed. You can feel like a very lonely man out there on the edge. At the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll name the Crowell Companies Lantern Man superhero of the game. Crowell Companies. They have offices open from 9 to 9, Monday through Friday. Talk about convenience. And Saturdays, till 2 p.m. in Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City. These are the insurance superheroes, Crowell Companies. Very good. Boy, what a beautiful facility this is. At the conclusion of tonight's game also, we will name the Berry Brothers Blue Collar Player of the game, underwritten by our friends at Berry Brothers. Boy, that would be an interesting, looking at it right now, you have a number of candidates really for both of these awards. Berry Brothers providing quality work and safety footwear and apparel for everyone since 1946. Well, Andrean is back out on the field. It's been a long halftime. They'll recycle the clock to 3 minutes here to give everybody some time. And, of course, homecoming night. Very special. The band played, and so you can't ask for any better. Boy, for one, I'm very happy we're on artificial turf tonight. The turf has really rebounded from that heavy rain. You would never know it right now based on the conditions.
The way it was raining when 5 hours before game time, if this was a grass field, it would be a mud pit.
Yeah.
It would not be. It's people say it's fun to play and they look at a TV and that's fun. It's not fun. It's not fun to slide around as an offensive lineman. It's not fun. When you go to block those little guys and they juke one way and you fall, not fun.
Yeah, that's not a very good day at the office. I'm in agreement with you personally. Hey, here's a brand new feature to the Region Sports Network this year. It's the Langle's Pizza and Pop Quiz online. And here's where you're going to find it. popquiz.regionsports.com. Pop quiz at regionsports.com. Fans can log in and take the short quiz. If you get a perfect score, you'll have a chance to win a $25 gift certificate at Langle's Pizza. That'll get you a long way, too, with that great pizza they have. Langle's has 4 locations in Highland, in Crown Point, and they have 2 in Schererville. So check it out on the web at langlespizza.com and play the Langle's Pizza and a pop quiz. Play it. Check it out. Have fun with it. I'll bet you we have some winners. You could really have a nice night on the town, courtesy of Langle's.
Langle's is good food.
Well, I'll say, I'm getting hungry. You know, I start thinking about this stuff. I don't know about you, but what happens is my stomach starts to grind a little bit. Oh, man. Stay tuned after the game for the Region Football Wrap-Up on the Region Sports Network as the crew back in the RSN studio gives all of the scores from tonight's game across Northwest Indiana. Chris Ramirez will talk about the land that time forgot, as he often does, along with all of the other nicknames he has for all of the great schools. That'll be on until 11 o'clock. We'll get back there and, toss some darts with him. We'll have some fun. We'll get in there, talk about this ball game, and boy, we'll have plenty to talk about. It has been a good game. And remember, the Region Football Wrap-Up from the RSN Studios, Region Sports Network, right after this game. All a part of Chevy Dealers Game Night here in Northwest Indiana.
Can't wait for this second half to start. Let's see what they got.
Yeah. And see who made the best adjustments. Early in this game, we saw a lot of sweep plays and misdirection, and it was successful early, and then Andrean was able to catch up with some of that a little bit. We saw some adjustments going on in the game, and then as we move further along, these teams settled down, played quite nicely. I thought it was a relatively error-free game. Pretty good game.
The only mistakes Andrean made, and it was in their passing game.
Yeah.
They had 2 interceptions. One was severely underthrown. One of them, he just didn't see that linebacker sitting in the zone.
Yeah.
Another turnover. So to me, you just stick to the basics, stick to running, stick to some simple plays, and then they should be fine. But like I said, Munster, they got the lead, they got the momentum. It's homecoming. Seniors do not want to lose at home. You can do all the cliches you want. As a player, when I played, I didn't win a homecoming. I would have loved to win my homecoming, and I would play my off to win.
Oh, yeah. Well, Logan Armagast, who was the guy who made that interception, we might say he was in the peekaboo position. He just stepped out there and grabbed it. Fisher will kick off, and Andrean will receive, defending the south goal to begin the third quarter. Fisher puts the foot in. It carries well. A backpedaling catch at the 2-yard line. It'll be run out across the 10, the 15, the 20. And a heavy tackle just across the 20 on the return man. That was not Graham who took it that time. That was Andrean Maluchnik, who went ahead and grabbed it and took it back.
I think that was Logan Armagast on the tackle. That was a big hit.
Boy, I'll say it was. He was going forward, and suddenly he wasn't going anywhere.
Nope.
1st and 10, Schmidt has the call. Graham is the single back. He has a 3-man receiver package to the right. Kelly is one of those 3. Now, a fake of a pass to the sideline as the quarterback was sprinting. I don't know if you'd call that a bootleg or not. He stepped out of the pocket a little bit. Looked like he wanted to throw, Rob.
They tried that same play in the first half with success. This time, he went to fake like he was going to run, stop, looked to pass. He wasn't open, got sacked in the backfield. They had pulled that backside guard too, made it look like a run, but it's really a pass, but there was no one open.
And the defenders forced him back in. They weren't going to let him get outside on that.
You got to do your job. Force everybody back into your buddies.
Right into your defense. So, a loss of 1. 2nd down and 11. Munster leads by a touchdown early 3rd quarter. The give to Graham, and he got to the 20, maybe a little further, and that was it, and he got absolutely pounded. Boy, is that Munster defense playing hard now.
That looked like Armagast again.
Ooh.
That defense is stepping up. They are winning the line of scrimmage. They are pushing the Andrean offensive lineman back.
Okay. So, gentlemen, I'll just inform you very quickly, we're not getting the audio on the video stream, I understand. So just to alert you to that, here is a pitch. Graham trying the near side. He got to the 25, maybe a little bit further, and that is it. So he did not get the distance, and so Andrean will have to give it up. This is a good start to the 3rd quarter for Munster.
Great start by Munster defense. Now you have to kick it to Proctor. Let's see what Munster special teams can do. They will win you a game.
Are they taking a timeout here?
I think there was an injury. He was limping off.
All right. So the punter, Andrean's punter in the ball game, Van Ekeren, he's standing at his 15-yard line. Proctor, the single safety, at his own 45. The snapback high, climbs the ladder to get it. The punt is blocked, partly deflected, and it got out to the 35, maybe the 37-yard line, and that was it. That ball was deflected. It had forward momentum after the block, but that's it.
It looked like number 60 for Munster blocked that, at least partially blocked that punt.
I've been Patrick Marsh again. We've called his number a couple of times. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. 38, let's make it, as they spot it. Now let's see if Jumonville wants to try and get one. He has Scott out to the right on single coverage. Stanley goes in motion that side. The give is to Proctor. Carries it inside the 38, and he hits near the 35. A gain of 2. 2nd down and 8.
You know, I thought they might go to Scott, but when they brought that guy in motion, the safety came with him.
Yeah.
So that kind of took that out of the play, so they just ran it up the gut.
Yeah, they didn't have a full isolation there as Stanley came across. 2nd down and 8. Again, Scott is a wide out to the right. Dropping back, Jumonville throws. Scott turns, comes back to the ball, catches it, and he's brought down just outside the 30. I think I saw a flag fly, Rob.
You saw one there. I believe they're going to get defensive holding. We'll see what the call is.
Well, the early signs of the 3rd quarter are very positive for the Mustangs here.
Special teams is one of my keys to the game. They got that partial block, set him up in good field position. We talked about Jalen Scott at halftime, getting him singled out. He got the reception. Now there's a penalty. They're going to get more yards on it.
Snap was high as well, so the quarterback, the receiver, the punter, had to leap into the air. Although, as it turned out, after he leapt, he probably could have caught it without leaping, but you never knew. He misread it, so he leaped up and then caught it about shoulder high, had to come down and then try to load. It takes too much time.
Throws out the whole timing of the play.
Yeah. So now we have, after the penalty, it's 1st and 10 at the 21. The Mustangs are threatening, no doubt. 2 backs, short side of the field. Scott is on that short side. Shotgun formation. They run it to the left and a quick give for Danny Stanley. Got inside the 20 on a quick hitter. And that ran for about 3. 2nd down and 7.
The right side of that Andrean defense played really well on that one. They did not give up an inch, and they stopped them for, what, maybe a 2-yard gain. That was a good play.
2nd and 7. And again, 2 backs, Stanley and Proctor. Jumonville waiting, the ball at the 18-yard line. It's a give on a sweep play. Proctor attacking the edge at the 15, leaps forward to the 10-yard line. Boy, he is quick when he gets outside. Holy mackerel.
Again, Andrean lost contain on their right-hand side, and Proctor uses his speed, got out, and almost got the 1st down, maybe a half-yard short.
They've spotted it, Rob, at the 12, and you're right. It may be almost a yard short, not much. 3rd down. And let's see what Jumonville does. They have open side to the right. Single receiver is Scott. Jumonville carries it over to the left side with one of his backs to block. Inside the 10, down to the 7. Danny Stanley went into that hole strong, and Jumonville just took off right behind him.
He followed his fullback. If you notice, Munster had huge splits on there. They're trying to widen that defense out to give running lanes for the quarterbacks and running backs.
Boy, it's working. 1st and goal, 7-yard line. I had not noticed that when they lined up. Open field to the right. And again, the give. Proctor pounding away inside to the 5 and maybe a silly millimeter longer. Let's see, did he make the 4? Yeah, he did. 2nd and goal at the 4.
I didn't see him till he fell on the ground. He was so fast to that hole. He's not a big guy. He's only 5'8", 150. He darted through that hole.
Boy, and he ran low too, Rob. So if you had linemen coming in a little bit high, he's underneath them.
They're going to miss a tackle every time. You got to be low. Again, big splits.
Stanley and Proctor, the running backs. Jumonville, the quarterback, goes to the left. Stanley tried a lead block, but this time the Andrean defense was ready for it, and they stopped him with little, if any, gain.
Andrean linebacker corps came up through those big splits and filled their gaps well. They all have gap responsibility. They did their job.
3rd down and goal at the 5. Now a timeout will be taken by Munster to think about it, see what they want to do. Tonight's game is underwritten in part by the Randall K. Miss Accounting Group in Schererville. When it comes to business, let Randall K. Miss Accounting put the numbers to work for you. Their phone number is 219-864-8541, and they are online as well. Here's where to check them out. www.rkmissgroup, all small letters, rkmissgroup.com. Timeout on the field. Fans of Region Sports, while you're online, check out the #1 student NWI features published by our friends at NorthwestIndianaLife.com. 27 Northwest Indiana schools are participating, including Lake Central, Crown Point, and Lowell, with stories straight from the students' eyes and ears. You'll find it at NorthwestIndianaLife.com. We'll give you the specifics on the address. At the goal line, or not far from it. 5 yards out. The toss sweep to the right. Proctor tries to cut back, and the Andrean defense stops him and drops him for a loss.
There's a flag on the field. Flag on the field, Bill. I didn't see who it was on.
So that play broke down. It didn't seem the execution was particularly good to me.
They did not seal they did not seal that their right side of the offensive line, and he could not use his speed to get out. The defense outflanked him.
Yeah, they did indeed. There was just no running lane. He couldn't cut it back because you're going right into the teeth of the Andrean defense. Now let's see what the penalty is going to be. The ball's going to go to the 4-yard line, so it is against Andrean. It'll be 3rd down and 4. I did not see what the call was. The call actually made to the main press box on the west side of the field. We couldn't see it from here.
I think they're saying the down counted and it's 4th down now.
Well, it's not on the... Yeah, they've just put it on. They just rolled it up on the yard marker. Fisher will try a field goal 21 yards out. Jumonville will hold. Possibility of a fake. It'll come from the far hash mark. The lefty waits. It's on the tee. The kick is up. It looks pretty good. It is good. And Munster increases their lead to 17-7 at 5:45 of the 3rd quarter.
That was a big stand by Andrean, keeping them to only 3 points. They're only down by 10. Could be worse. Now they get the ball back.
We will pause. It's Chevy Dealers Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Regionsports.com.
Misprint can help your team's identification with team banners, trading cards, personalized team posters, stickers, decals, and fundraising ideas too. Misprint has 2 locations, 8244 Calumet Avenue in Munster and in Hammond at 6931 Calumet Avenue. Both locations open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5, and in Munster, Saturdays till noon. Online, it's misprintusa.com. Misprint in Munster and Hammond for custom print, designs, and signs. You're listening to Regionsports.com.
So we are back. Munster gets some points on the board. Bill Hayes and Rob Gross again, and it is turning into a fascinating night. A little bit, another straw on the camel's back. Andrean may have held them out, but Munster came away with 3. Now here is a kick. It goes over to the left corner. It's taken at the goal line by Graham and run up to 10, 15. He did not reach the 20. Very good special teams coverage for Munster again. 1st and 10.
That's what you want. You want to put him in the long field. He did not even get to the 20. They're going to go 85 yards. They want to close this gap to a 3-point differential.
Well, Andrean certainly has the horses. They can unleash them. They have some big play guys, and Schmidt is a capable quarterback, so you know that's always a possibility as we move forward, that Andrean will find a way to break things loose a little bit.
And there's no reason to scrap the game plan. Still do what you got to do. Yep. You can still run. You got plenty of time. Execute your offense.
I want to think if they'll get Deontay Kelly involved one way or another. Shotgun with a single back. Man in motion. The ball is given to that back. He carries it across the 16 to about the 17. It was, I think it was Graham who carried it.
Looked like number 70 for Munster disrupted that whole play in the backfield.
Really, and that would be Jordan Davis, 6'4". He's over 300 pounds. I'll tell you one thing. I remember the days when Munster was a lot smaller. I'm sure Leroy Marsh remembers. They've gotten a lot bigger. 2nd down and 8. Shotgun, 2 receivers to the right. Schmidt sprints that way, throws. The ball's tapped in the air and intercepted at the 30-yard line. It was tapped in the air at about the 20 and then intercepted on the deflection by Munster's Michael Johnston.
There we go, another turnover. We talked about in pregame. I was saying they get at least 2 turnovers, they could win. This is number 3. To me, they got to go down. They got to go down there and score a touchdown. They need to put this game 17 points. You know, if they can go down there and score a touchdown, be 24-7. That's going to be tough.
Well, Just a technical note from the studio. We understand the audio is still not getting through to on our video feed. Please be aware of that. 1st and 10, dropping back. Jumonville's going to throw, and he's going for Scott inside the 10. Single man coverage. Andrean's Joe Albamonte did a great job staying step for step. What an effort there.
You called it, Bill, at halftime, trying to get Jalen Scott singled up.
Yep.
He was singled up, but they DB from Andrean. Albamonte did a great job staying with him.
Great job.
And that's all you can ask. Do your job, stay with him.
And he was up to the task there. Now they have a much tighter formation with 2 backs. Jumonville will wait for the snap 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage, gives it to Stanley, and he is pushed back, and that Andrean defense is rising to the occasion. The 59ers making some good defensive plays here.
That was a big man, Arlen Telefaro, on the stop. That boy is 6'2", 290. I think that I may be taller, but I think that kid's bigger than me.
Well, he's a big guy, and of course, and that's just as a senior in high school. So you know that he's a good part of the way there before he even goes on to college. Scott is a wideout this time, and they line up a fake, dropping out. Jumonville looks down the field, throws under the seam, and he gets Danny Stanley inside the 20. He got to the 18, a late flag.
2 of them.
One of them was after the play, and I'm not sure about the other.
I think one of them is going to call a hold.
Okay.
I'm not sure what the other one is calling.
All right.
Looks like they're going to discuss it right now. One's pointing to a hold.
So we'll see. It is going back. So you caught it, Rob. So wipe out that play. And this makes the Andrean effort look particularly good after that interception, because right now Munster's headed the wrong direction. Ball goes all the way out to the 44 after the penalty.
3rd and a mile.
I'll say.
Munster, you got to get a nice chunk of it back now, and then at least try to get yourself in the field goal range.
Yeah. Well, he has. We've seen Fisher knock him in. His long of the year is 37, and he did that twice on opening night. Now we had a man go in motion, whistle before the play, timeout.
Timeout, Mustang.
So we will pause, or we'll keep it right here. We have 3:32 remaining, and a reminder for our technical crew, the audio is not going through on the camera, just to be aware of that. Tonight's game is brought to you by State Farm agents Rich Allenbaugh in Highland and Bob Reese in Crown Point. Like a good neighbor, Rich and Rob are there for you. Call Rich at 923-3030 or Bob at 663-7337 to make sure you and your family are protected. State Farm agents Rich Allenbaugh and Bob Reese are proud supporters of high school sports on the Region Sports Network. You check out Rich and Bob. They are good sports. Now we have a 3rd down. Over 30 to go. Jumonville straight drop. Throws it over the middle. Incomplete. They were going for Scott at the 20-yard line. It was a post pattern.
That was Albamonte on the coverage. He knocked it away. Great coverage by the Andrean DB.
So Andrean will have to go ahead, it would seem to be, and punt it. Armagast will come into the football game. The line of scrimmage being the 44 of Andrean. Armagast is sitting at his 42. And Graham is the single deep back. Gets it shoulder high. Perfect snap. End over end punt to the sideline. And touchback. Just went into the end zone. First and 10, 20-yard line. No return on that. And so that's where the 59ers will put it in the play. The 59ers have had a few errors that have hurt them here. Turnover situations that have hurt them.
I almost thought I saw a coffin corner. It was close.
Yeah, it was very close. He came within about 2 yards.
But no one ever does that anymore. That's old school.
Well, usually you don't want to do it that fine, Rob. Any coach would be fairly happy. Say, get it inside the 10, that's fine. You don't have to play it right down to the goal line. That ball just didn't veer properly. You know, they call it a prolate spheroid for a reason. You never know how it's going to bounce. First and 10, the give. Great, the ball came loose, and he jumps back and falls on it. Oh, that was almost a terrible situation. Wait a minute. They say Munster recovered. Oh, wow. They say Munster recovered that football.
Penetration came back there so fast with the exchange from running back to quarterback and knocked it out. Munster recovered.
Wow. First and 10, 16-yard line. And now let's see what's going on.
See if they can stop the run.
Jumonville has the call. He'll bring it in. Passes it along, and up they come. Scott will open up as a wide out to the near side. Split backs behind the quarterback who gets it, gives it to the running back Proctor. He carried it inside the 15. Jeff Proctor got down to actually the 12. Boy, he made a good penetration there on that run.
He gets going so fast it's even hard to see till they come up and spot the ball where he's at.
Yeah, you're right. Well, I spotted it at the 13. I thought that was a little bit much. 13 it is. Second down and a long 7. Scott a wide out to the near side. Split back Stanley and Proctor. Jumonville, the quarterback, rolls right. He'll pitch it. Here comes Proctor inside the 10, inside the 5. He's in the end zone. Touchdown. Wow.
That was quick. That was a good option.
They ran the option play. They've run it a couple of times previously. Well executed option play. They get the score.
They left that last guy on the line, on the end of the line of scrimmage unblocked. That's who they're optioning. He ran it. He came at the quarterback. He did the right pitch. They got the score.
13 yards on that play. Now Fisher for the extra point. Jumonville will hold the place down. The kick is on the way. It is good. Wow.
I think that was Stanley on that touchdown.
Okay, well, it may have been Danny Stanley on the score. They were both back there. We will pause. You're listening to Chevy Dealers Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Regionsports.com.
At McShane's, we're proud to be the name you trust for viable office solutions. We are the largest locally owned and operated full-service office products dealer for equipment, supplies, and office furniture in northern Indiana. We are vested in your needs and that of the community, which we show by donating portions of our profits to numerous local charities. For more information about us and how you can also help our community, call 1-800-837-1400 or log on to McShanes.com.
You're listening to Regionsports.com.
Well, this game has taken a very interesting flavor here in the third quarter. That Danny Stanley touchdown that built the lead up to 24-7. Stanley and Proctor were the backs, and Stanley got it on a pitch and took it in for the touchdown. 24-7. Bill Hazen back with Rob Gross. Fisher will kick off. Boots it high and deep. Graham at the goal line, to the 5, to the 10, 15, stutter stepping. Gets out to the 16 or 17. Anytime you can get a player stutter stepping, you're in good shape. And did not get out to the 20. And once again, good special teams coverage by Munster.
Great special teams by Munster. Again, going to be a long field for Andrean. They're already down 17. About 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. They're going to have to start scoring here quickly.
Well, you're right about that. At the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll name the Crowell Company's Lantern Man superhero of the game. Crowell Companies, they have offices open from 9 to 9 Monday through Friday and Saturdays till 2 in Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City. 1st and 10, and Schmidt's going to have to turn it loose here. They go ahead and give it a big hole, opens up across the 25, and Graham carried it all the way out to the 29. An explosive run.
Good run. He ran out to that left side. It was a big hole. Good job by the offensive line.
They were looking pass, perhaps, and instead they found that seam on the left side and made the Mustangs pay for it. 2 receivers to the right, single back. Schmidt gets the ball, gives it again, same play as before, and again it's Graham carrying it up to the 35 and maybe a little bit more.
They're working on something. They're watching. They're giving to him. They're also looking at what everybody else is doing. They're going to come back to a pass real quick here.
That's almost like an option. There of a mesh. He's putting it in his belly and then holding it before he lets it go. So they're kind of showing that they could pull it out. Let's see.
They're setting something up.
2nd down and 3, shotgun. Schmidt drops straight back, looks over the middle, puts it high into the air, thrown into traffic, double coverage, incomplete. Kelly was the target. Deontay Kelly was the target, and there was double coverage on him.
Proctor with the coverage. Andrean's offensive line gave him time to throw. Proctor just came back there and deflected that ball.
At the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll name the Berry Brothers Blue Collar Player of the Game. It's underwritten by our friends at Berry Brothers, providing quality work and safety footwear and apparel for everyone since 1946. 3rd down and 3. Here is a give, and it's this time a 1st down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. The run that time by Roman Griffin. He hasn't carried it much since early in the game. He had some good runs early. That was another good one for him.
They found something they liked, and they keep on giving the kid the ball. Keep on feeding him. Keeps on going off that left side, running hard, gaining chunks of yards. That's what Andrean needs.
And getting out of bounds. Well, he didn't get out of bounds, did he? The clock is now rolling after the resetting of the chains. 1st and 10 at the Munster 49. Slot receiver to the right. A high snap, but it's given to the back. I think Graham ended up with it. No, it was Griffin again. He carried it. Roman Griffin got it down to the 45-yard line, a gain of 4. 2nd down and 6.
Again, they pulled that backside guard, number 56, Duncan Hop. He paved the way. Nice, good 4 or 5 yard gain on that one.
That field goal is looking big right now. Shotgun, single back. Schmidt drops back. Good protection, rolls left, fakes a throw, now throws it way downfield and overthrew a target who had broken open there. Emilio Starks had gotten behind his defender, but he was overthrown by about 2 yards.
Looked like he stopped running. Looked, the quarterback seen he was open, threw it, and at that moment he stopped running. If he would have kept on running, it'd be a touchdown.
Yeah, indeed. Starks had beaten his defender.
That's what his coach just told him. Keep on running.
So it is now 3rd down and 7. 20 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Another football quarter ahead here on Chevy Dealers Game Night. It's right now Munster 24 and Andrean 7. And if the score were to remain as it is, that's going to be one of the headline stories in our post-game coverage tonight, no doubt. 3rd down and 7. quick sideline throw to the sideline on a quick screen, and it was Emilio Starks who went ahead and ended up with the ball. Got the first down. There was a flag in there, Rob.
It looks like they got number 11. Probably I think for blocking a little bit too early.
All right.
Once the ball's in the air, you're not allowed to block anymore.
That's Brandon Bonta. Well, you know, receivers usually aren't the best blockers out there. We know that. Although occasionally you run into one who's a real good blocker. And coaches love that guy. I'll guarantee you that. This one is coming back. They retain the down. It'll be third down and almost 10. Just about 10. So they need to get the football to the Munster, looks to me to be the 39. The football is at the 49 of Munster. Schmidt has the play. They have Kelly as a wideout, open field, and there's one player on him giving a lot of ground. Schmidt looks, he's under pressure, he's going to be sacked. He's going to be sacked. Getting through there on a great defensive play, Brandon Andreessen, number 58.
Great play by the Munster defense. We've got some local scores here. We got LaPorte and Chesterton tied up at 7 in the third.
We'll come back to those. We are at the end of the third quarter of play. We will pause and update you on those scores when we return. It's Chevy Game Night, Chevy Dealers Game Night, coming your way right here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Regionsports.com.
Concussions occur when trauma to the head or spine temporarily interferes with brain function. Seeking medical care as soon as possible is important in making a full recovery and reduces the risk of developing long-term problems. The concussion clinics at Community Hospital in Munster and St. Mary Medical Center in Hobart have a team of medical professionals experienced in evaluating and treating concussions. If you have a head or neck injury, don't wait. Head to the experts. For a head injury on the field, the court, or the ice, the phone number of the concussion clinics is 219-836-4461.
You're listening to Regionsports.com.
Well, we have an exciting fourth quarter ahead. Chevy Game Night, but we have seen with Chevy Dealers Game Night some outstanding ball games this year, and I've been lucky. It seems every time I get to the mic, we have a great game. I must be playing my cards right this year, Rob Gross.
We got to follow Bill around for the good games.
There you go. That's good. That's good advice. I like that. Follow Bill around. Fourth down it is. Andrean. They will go for it. They need a big play. Schmidt, he bobbled the snap, got it back. He's going to be caught. Tried to throw it up the field into heavy traffic. Incomplete.
That was a dangerous throw.
Boy, was it.
He just threw it up there. Back to these scores around the region. We got LC 14-0 on Crown Point at half. Wheeler's up 21-7 on against Whiting at half. Morton 22-12 over Hammond High in the second. Hanover's up 14-6 on River Forest at halftime. Maryville's up 21-3 on Portage at half. Valpo is all over Michigan City, 42-0 at half. Hobart is all over KV, 35-0 at half. Highland 41-0 at Clark at half. South Central 34-8 over Bishop Noel at half. Boone Grove 16-0 over Lake Station at half. Lowell's 48-6 at half, and Gavitt's 18-6 over EC at half.
Golden opportunity for Munster. Jumonville on a blown play. It was a low snap. He picked it off and took off. He still got some yardage. He got 2 for a second down and 8. Rob, we're looking at a situation right now with 11:40 left. This is an opportunity knocking right now for the Mustangs.
Lowell has to make, if anything, take a lot of time off this clock and give Andrean at least the amount of time to even try to put it up and get rallied.
Second
down.
Be
a long drive.
Second down and 8. They have Scott as a wideout to the right. Jumonville, 2 backs behind him. They give it to Proctor, and he got down to the 41. Nope, they spotted back at the No, now they're going to move it. They spotted it. Now they're going to respot it at the 41. It'll be 3rd down and 7.
Andrean's nose guards and tackles on that play, they played a great. They stood up their offensive lineman. There was nowhere for Proctor to go.
They haven't thrown much to Dimitri Fotopoulos here tonight. This is a good mid-range passing situation. Everybody up on the line, one receiver, that's it, and that's Scott. Jumonville rolls that way, throws underneath. Scott came back to get it. He made the catch. I'm not sure if he got the yardage, though. He kind of came back, button-hooked back.
I think they'll give him forward progress. It's going to be about 4th and maybe 3. Let's see what Munster decides to do. Will they go for it here?
37-yard line. Well, they have a 17-point lead and the ball and field position. There's a lot of weight that might say we can afford to take a chance. 9:58 on the clock, 4th quarter.
This is confidence right here. Munster gets this 4th down. It's going to be hard to stop.
Timeout or a pause. One of the officials stop the clock. I'm not sure. They're going to talk about something here. But you are right. This can really put on some pressure, no matter how you slice it. This is a confidence play that speaks well to where the Mustangs think they are here. Danny Stanley is a wideout to the left. He's actually in a slot position. And then Scott spread way out on man-to-man coverage.
They're going to run it.
Jumonville. Single back is Proctor. They go to the left. It is a give to Proctor on a pitch. That was an option play, and he got the first down, I think. They may have to measure. Let's see if they... Nope, they gave him the first down, it looks like. First down. Ran the option again.
Great blocking again. They had that wide receiver so far out. That was purely just a... he was just a decoy. There was no way they were going to throw it to him. He was literally almost on the sideline when he lined up. He was just dragging the defender out there to give more room for that pitch.
They run that option play pretty well for a team that doesn't run it much.
It's probably a new wrinkle they threw in just for Andrean this week.
Open field to the right. Scott is a wideout on the near side. Quick give up the middle, and Proctor gets it to about the 30. You know, when you look at that, the option, one of the keys to making it go is to have that relationship between the ball carrier and the pitch man, that the angle is just right. And every time they've run that, the angle's been real good.
And he's running to the left side, so he's pitching with his left hand.
Yeah.
And most people, that's their weak hand, so that's a good pitch with your left hand.
I'll say. And they've had some nice gains with it. Change of pace, 2nd down and 8, gain of 2. Munster is in the driver's seat right now. What Andrean needs is a big play. They need a turnover here.
Andrean's got 9 in the box.
So let's see. They give it to Proctor on a sweep. He's at the 30, 25, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown! Touchdown! 30 yards for the touchdown. Well, they had 9 men in the box, and once Proctor got by him, he got outside on the edge. He turned on the afterburners, and that was it. Wow. And that one gives Munster a solid cushion at 8:23. As we said, Rob, opportunity was knocking. They just took advantage of it.
They took advantage. Good block by that offensive line. Sealed that edge. He got around, and you're not going to catch Proctor from behind.
Fisher's extra point is good. We will pause. 8:23 remaining here in Munster. Chevy Dealers game night coming your way. Our score, 31-7 Munster on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Regionsports.com. Your local Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers are proud to be contributing members of the community here in Northwest Indiana. Your local Chevy dealers also pride themselves on their commitment to help you find a vehicle of your choice at a Chevy dealer near you. Our website is ChevyDriveChicago.com.
Once again, that's ChevyDriveChicago.com. We look forward to serving you. Chevy runs deep. You're listening to RegionSports.com.
Well, we're getting right down to it. We may not be to the precipice yet, but Andrean's getting pretty close to it. They need a big play, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Schmidt try to air it out. Bill Hazen back with Rob Gross. Fun game to watch tonight, Rob. And they certainly, the Mustangs have proven quite formidable here at home. They have not lost a game here at home this year.
I think Munster may have read my keys to the game.
And who wouldn't?
I mean, is Bill Belichick over there? We got Spygate going on? What's going on?
That's exactly it. Fisher will go ahead and kick. Puts his foot. It's a ground ball. Goes up the field. Will be taken by an up man. And this will be the best field position that Andrean has had. Getting it out to the 36-yard line is Gordon Sharkey, one of the up men, a senior. Running back and linebacker, weighs 205 pounds. And this actually for Andrean has been the best field position that they've had. They need a big play to get the 59ers going.
It's got to be quick scores, and they're going to have the onside for the rest of the game.
Yeah. It's passing game. You have to look at clock management now at 8:16 remaining. You're trailing by 24.
Munster's got to play almost that prevent defense. I know prevent. Sometimes it prevents you from winning, but you're up 24.
Schmidt, 3 receivers to the right, a give right up the middle again, and this time Griffin gets out near the 45. Let's see if they go no huddle here, Rob, in this situation.
They're back on the line. They're ready to roll again.
Second down, and we'll call it a long 2. Single back, 3 receivers to the right. Again, they give it. No, the quarterback kept it, and not much room. And they have a different quarterback in there.
So that's number 3. I think that's Reardon.
So Reardon is in there. Patrick Reardon, a junior, 5'11", 165. And he took off with the ball. Clock running.
Looks like Munster's only got 3. He only got 3 down linemen.
Yeah, they're playing it deep. Here is a give off the right side, very close to the first down that time. Patrick Reardon, the new quarterback. Schmidt is out. And where that ball is spotted, I think.
Looks like there's going to be a officials timeout. They're going to measure.
How's your eagle eye? What do you say, yes or no? First down or not?
First down.
That's what I think, too. I'm with you on that. We'll see if we're right. The officials move the ball all the way over near the chains. They will be brought out here. Well, really, it's going to be 4th down no matter how you slice it. And, you're going to have a situation. They'll go for it if they didn't get it. They have to. Stay tuned after the game for the Regional Football Roundup on the Region Sports Network as the crew back in the RSN studios, and we hope to be back there too. They give all of the scores from tonight's games throughout Northwest Indiana on the air until 11 o'clock tonight.
They were short by about 1.5 inches.
Wow. Well, for Andrean, this is one of the most important 1.5 inches of the season. To keep this game alive, they must convert.
Big conversion for both sides. Munster stops them. This could be that nail in the coffin.
Well,
Andrean makes it. Hope is still alive.
I must say, Rob, we were both in error. I thought that was a first down.
If we were spotting, it would have been a first down.
Right. It sure would have been. I thought it was. Now, the new quarterback in here, Reardon. There's the whistle. Ball's ready for play. Reardon with a single back. Graham to his left. Reardon, they give it to Graham. Tried to cut outside. And on second effort, I'm not sure he made it. I don't think he did. I'm not sure he made it. He tried to fight forward. And if I were guessing, Munster has held.
Wow, big stop by Munster.
Yep. Huge. As a matter of fact, I think they lost a little yardage on the play, Rob. I think they did. The ball goes over, and Andrean has to get it back. Huge stop. This puts Munster firmly in the driver's seat here. You never want to say never on these things. We've seen a lot of strange things happen in the fourth quarter of a football game, but there's no question that the Mustangs are in the driver's seat. If the score were to remain as it is right now, Andrean would suffer their first loss of the season, and boy, the RSN rankings are going to be really interesting following this game.
Going to be a shakeup at the top.
Jumonville give it to Proctor straight ahead for a gain of 2. Was that over the B gap or the A gap?
Looks like he went B gap on that one. There is no room to run. Andrean is doing whatever they can to stop the run. They know Munster's going to try to run the clock out.
The A gap is between the center and the guard. The B gap between the guard and the tackle.
A, B, C, D all the way out.
There you go.
For that defensive line, that's the three. That's a 3 technique right there. That's his responsibility. That B gap all day long.
Open it up. Now Scott as a wideout. Boy, Jumonville would really surprise some folks if he went for it all. He had trouble with a snap, rolls right. It's a busted play.
He did good just to hold on to that ball and just take the loss. It's okay. You're up 24.
Lost 6 on the play. They had put Proctor in motion, going right to left. A lot of times teams will counter on that. They'll come back the other way. The player flow right back against the grain. So a 3rd down and 13.
They'll try to get you going one way, then throw it back the other way.
They're throwing into a breeze here. Scott is the wideout. They have Stanley in a slot to the left. Single back is Proctor. They run it left on a pitch. That's an option play. Proctor at the 50, 45, first down, and gets down to the 35-yard line, and that option play is giving Andrean trouble tonight.
Once it gets in Proctor's hands, he is gone. Yep. That offensive line and those receivers out on the left-hand side, they are sealing the edge, giving him room to run.
You know, they're looking for a pass, and then when they start to sprint a little bit to the left, I think everybody's still looking for that pass. And then it turns into an option play, and you can't get a guy up there quickly enough.
If Munster passes the ball the rest of this game, I will be shocked.
Well, it does keep the clock. This is in part about clock management. And obviously, if you can keep the ball on the ground and keep it off of the sidelines, that's the ideal, is it not?
Yep. He got knocked out on that play, and they're going to.
All right.
Looks like they're going to.
Well, he may not have
measure.
made it.
Yeah, they're going to measure.
Let's see. They're going to try to determine did he indeed make it or not.
I'm going to say right. No.
Really?
Since I was wrong last time.
I think you're right. Oh, geez. You are right. Unbelievable. What are you missing by about 2 or 3 inches? Unbelievable. I thought that was a first down. You have a better eye than I do.
50% shot.
Yeah, and I'm using binoculars. And you still have a better eye than I do. Incredible. 31-7. Chevy Dealers game night in Northwest Indiana. Check out those Chevys. They have a great line of vehicles, and one of them has your name on it. So check it out. They are the MVP of MPG, and we know how important that is today. That's for sure.
Last time Andrean lost was in the state championship game.
Get all of the latest Region Sports Network news and features by liking us at Facebook. On Facebook at facebook.com/Region Sports, or follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/TheRSN. Chris Ramirez came up with that himself. because he always refers to it as the RSN. So I know where that came from. Chris came up with that one himself. 31-7 is the score. We have 5:12 remaining. Munster in control. They have the ball at the Andrean 37, and they in a power formation. Jumonville runs forward on a 4th down and inches, and he appears to have the first down. Clock is running at now stopped as they'll reset the chains.
There was no secret what was going on there.
No.
Just a quarterback sneak. They only needed a couple inches. They got it.
And now, as the late Al McGuire used to say, clock is the enemy at this stage for Andrean. And that one is hard to fix. That's a problem that is hard to fix. What Andrean needs right now is a 24-point play and time to run it. 1st and 10 at the 35. Give to Proctor. Cuts through. Boy, how did he get through? He ran straight up through there and got down to the 31-yard line.
Again, he ran off to that left side. Almost looked like he turned sideways, scooted through the hole.
Yep.
Finally got tackled for about, what, after a 5-yard gain.
Very good gain. You're right. 2nd down and a long 5.
I think his size or lack thereof helps him out when he gets to the hole. It's even hard to see. Those linebackers are having a hard time seeing him.
Well, I'll tell you, I think I'm getting a sense the size, the overall size of that offensive line that Munster has to weigh on you over time. Tight formation. Here's the give. And again, Proctor fighting through there. Get some more positive yardage. It's coming hard. Boy, he got a lead block going in there from Robert Wente, a tight end, number 88, 6'1" and 212. He provided the lead.
Got close down to that first down. Proctor reminds me of a lot of maybe a young Darren Sproles. He's about that size and that speed.
Boy, you're right. Yeah, he's awfully good. I'll tell you what, Munster has several outstanding players. And that big line in front of him, Proctor, they give it again. They faked and then gave it to him. This time he slanted over the left, got inside the 25 or close to it. And if so, he's right there at the first down marker. And let's see if they move it. They've signaled first down.
Again, he went to his left side. They're going that left side about all night long. He jumped over for that first down.
At 3:12 remaining, Munster is 3 minutes and 12 seconds away from a headline performance here in Northwest Indiana tonight. This is a big story. And again, in a very tight formation with Proctor, the single back, and they have Lente, that tight end, in there. They give it to Proctor, and this time the Andrean defense is right there and stops him cold.
I think that was Stanley on the carry. Yep, Danny Stanley on the carry.
Really, Danny Stanley. Okay.
Had to spell Proctor. Proctor was tired.
Well, I could understand that. He's been doing some hard running to the 24-yard line. Boy, Danny Stanley is one of those guys who emerged on opening nights. Nobody really anticipated what they were going to see from him, and he played a lot, and he's been in there playing a lot ever since. Yeah, it is Stanley this time. And again, Lente, the sophomore tight end, they give it to Stanley, spins, went to that left side where the tight end was, and then cut back against it, gained about 2 yards, 3rd down and 7 at 2:15 remaining.
He got hit by number 60 of Andrean in the backfield. C.J. Booth kind of spun off that, backed his way for 3 yards.
Well, as we approach the 2-minute mark, as they say in the legal profession, it's all pro forma from here. Now it's just playing the rest of the deck out. Munster. They have Fotopoulos as a wideout to the near side. Under center, Jumonville. He's played very well tonight. The give, again, new back in there. He is hit and dropped back. He did not get the first down. That was Justin Gill who carried it. Gill is just a sophomore. Boy, you put that in the hands of a sophomore in an important situation. He responded very well. Minute 24 remaining. The clock continues to roll. Andrean's undefeated string on the season appears to be coming to an end here tonight. And as far as winning at home, Munster is as good as anybody in the state right now. Their only loss being on the road. That was in the loss Chesterton, indeed. Here's a pass up the field, and they nearly had Armagast inside the 5-yard line. Incomplete. Andrean holds on 4th down. So they went for it all. Yeah, that loss was 22-6 at Chesterton. Then they roared back to beat Highland. I'll tell you something. I think Munster is going to be pretty hard to handle for a lot of teams this year. They seem to be playing very well. 54 seconds remaining. This is a good Andrean team, Rob. We know that.
I mean, they went to state, went to state, and lost. I mean, they have a rich tradition. They are not used to losing to Munster. They beat Munster 5 times in a row.
And this is a team that beat Merrillville at Merrillville beginning the year. Here's a pass. It's caught by Deontay Kelly, and he is knocked out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. They had gone undefeated, Rob, through 3 games. Their victories over Merrillville at Hammond and then New Prairie, their only home game. This is their 3rd road game in 4 games.
I believe they only have 4 home games this year.
Wow. Yeah. Well, you bet the coach will want to get that fixed. 3-man receiver package to the right. Ball is given off. Griffith trying to sweep outside. Finally gets to the edge, but as he turns upfield, he is knocked down. A gain of a couple. I think he got the first down on it. 7, and stopped at 7. They'll go ahead and set the chains. We may not see another play. Let's see.
That's going to be the game.
6, 5. It's going to run out. Munster is going to win again. The game is over. How about that one? Munster victorious, and decidedly so, over Andrean. I didn't anticipate the size of the victory. Very impressive. A statement victory, really, for Munster against a very good Andrean team that came in undefeated.
Absolutely. I thought if Munster was going to win, it was still going to be close. No way did I think there's going to be a blowout.
Well, we have a long, fun night ahead of us. Chevy Dealers game night. Not only, of course, all of the games going on, we'll be updating you in the studios. We'll have an update for you on all of the games that have taken place here and are in process. We'll have analysis. And all of us will get back there and have a lot of fun. We'll have a chance to sit down with all of the guys. And if I know them, they'll have a little pizza back there, too. That's not a bad thing.
From Langles.
Yeah, no state law against that. We'll go ahead and pause. We hope you are enjoying Chevy Dealers Game Night tonight. It comes your way on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Regionsports.com. Misprint can help your team's identification with team banners, trading cards, personalized team posters, stickers, decals, and fundraising ideas too. Misprint has 2 locations, 8244 Calumet Avenue in Munster and in Hammond at 6931 Calumet Avenue. Both locations open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5, and in Munster, Saturdays till noon. Online, it's misprintusa.com. Misprint in Munster and Hammond for custom print, designs, and signs.
Chris Hoagie, broker owners of RE/MAX Realty Associates in Munster, are award-winning realtors with over 30 years of experience. Their team of over 35 agents is ready to help with any and all real estate needs in Lake and Porter counties, as well as the southeast Chicago suburbs. They can be found on the web at regionhomes.com. Herm and Chris Hoagie are proud to underwrite the Herm Hoagie Halftime Report during tonight's game.
Let Crowell Company's Lantern Man take the worry of insurance off your mind. We are open from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Friday and Saturday 2 p.m. for your convenience. Crowell Companies have been in Highland for over 44 years, in Maryville for 16 years, and in Michigan City for 22 years. And we're committed to serving Northwest Indiana. Crowell Insurance Companies. Insurance rates for your family. The phone number 800-227-2131. The website crowellinsurance.com. Crowell Companies Lantern Man, your insurance superhero.
Tonight's game is underwritten in part by Langle's Pizza. With locations in Highland, Crown Point, and 2 in Cherryville, Langle's is open for pickup or delivery 7 days a week, and orders can be placed online at langlespizza.com. Don't forget to take the Langle's Pizza and a pop quiz at popquiz.regionsports.com for a chance to win a $25 gift certificate. Langle's, serving the region since 1979. Strachan Van Til, with 19 Northwest Indiana locations, has everything desired for healthy eating. From fresh produce, deli, bakery, and seafood. The meat department features certified Angus beef and butchers who offer custom orders. The website features a meal planner with a recipe of the day and catering information available, including a variety of party platters. They are on the web at strachanvantil.com.
Sports in the region are about tradition, and since 1946, Berry Brothers in Hammond has built a tradition of quality and service. With a professionally trained sales staff, Berry Brothers offers a selection of quality American-made work boots, safety shoes, and apparel. Located on Indianapolis Boulevard, a half-mile north of Interstate 94, Berry Brothers is devoted to providing exceptional service to ensure the satisfaction of every customer. Berry Brothers is open 7 days a week, and gift certificates are available. The website is berrybros.com.
Put your money to work with special share certificate rates from United Federal Credit Union. This month, earn at least 2.20 annual percentage yield on a 55-month certificate. With rates as good as these, you'll be free to relax while your money remains hard at work. Contact United Federal Credit Union today to get started. Learn more or open your account at unitedfcu.com. Federally insured by NCUA. Certain restrictions apply. See branch for details. Rates, terms, and conditions subject to change without notice. $500 minimum balance required.
You're listening to regionsports.com.
Well, back with Rob Gross, Bill Hazen reporting, and what a ball game we had here at this beautiful field, which we affectionately call the Marshlands. And a little earlier, with those heavy rains we had, it was a little marshy, but this field was up to it, very playable. And what a great show, what a great game these teams put on tonight. But when it came down to it, Munster had the answers. They had the answers when it counted. I really think Munster won this game on the line of scrimmage, too, Rob. I'd like you to talk a little bit about that, because eventually that's, to a large degree, what this game nets down to anyway.
They started using the option and once they started sealing the outside, the receivers were blocking.
Yeah.
Proctor got to the edge. He was not to be stopped. Again, Munster, they also won that turnover battle. And normally, you win the turnovers, you're going to win, and that's what they pulled out, a big win on their homecoming, 31-7.
It's a little early to say for sure, but are we looking at the potential for a very special football season here at Munster this year?
Could be. I mean, they do have a big matchup coming with Lowell here probably in a couple weeks, conference play.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be another big game. They knock off Lowell. Something special going on down here at the Marshlands.
Boy, you're right about that. It just seems as if they have an awful lot of good players, and Jumonville, who I would not say is a natural athlete, but he is a good leader. He has a lot of poise, and he's getting better every game, and he can throw it, and he can run it. He knows the plays. You know, you can see he knows what he's doing out there, and he really has, since the first time I saw him, he looks 50% better than what I saw from him in the first game.
And that's all you want out of your players. You want them to get better every week. As a former coach, you every week get better.
Yeah.
Get better, because if you're not getting better, you're taking a step back. And he's doing what the coach asked him to do, running the plays that are called, getting positive yards, leading his team to a big win here at homecoming versus Andrean.
It sure is a big win indeed. Let's go over the key stats and how this victory came about for Andrean. Rob, why don't you take it on that?
We got Proctor. He had 23 rushes for 131 yards and 2 scores. That is almost 6 yards a clip. We had Stanley have about 8 rushes for 9 yards. We had Gill, who had -1. We had Scott, who had a couple receptions, 3 receptions for 21 yards. Fatopoulos had a couple for 17. Armagas had 1 for 9. Jumonville ended up having like 14 rushes for 53 yards. He also had 6 completions for 41 yards. On the Andrean side, Griffin had 9 rushes for 46 yards. Graham had 8 for 42. Bonta had 2 catches for 18 yards. Kelly had 1 for 6. Starks had 1 for 17. Schmidt had 10 runs for 49, and he passed at 5 completions for 61 yards.
Well, that's a very impressive performance, and they pass the ball around a little bit. I mean, they have a bunch of different ways they can attack you. And I keep going back to the size of this offensive line as compared to years ago how it used to be when they were running the double wing here, because they just didn't have that kind of size. I just think over time, the size of this line and their effectiveness, they can begin to wear you down a little bit.
And they started going left a lot, and that's where their big boy, who's 6'2", 6'3", 290.
Yep.
He will wear on you. It may not be the first quarter, may not be the second quarter. By the time you get the third and fourth quarter, you are done getting hit by that guy. You're not doing your job. And once you don't do your job, you're going to leave that gap open, and that leads big plays. If everybody does their job, you'll have success, but it only takes one for not to do their job.
Boy, I would have wanted to play for you. You're a tough guy.
I tried, but I'm here, so.
Oh, that's all right.
Harder.
We're pretty tough in the booth, too. You remember that. It's time to name the blue-collar player of the game. This is underwritten by Berry Brothers. Berry Brothers providing quality work and safety footwear and apparel since 1946. They are the source for quality work and safety footwear and apparel. You can depend on Berry Brothers. So let's go ahead and who do you like?
My the Berry Brothers blue-collar player of the game is the entire Munster defense.
You took an easy out on that one, but it's a good one. It's a good one.
They held Andrean, who scores 27 points a game, number 4 in the 4A polls, held him to 7 points.
Wow.
Got 4 turnovers, and really, honestly, dominated 3/4 of this game.
Yeah.
After that first score, Andrean didn't score again. I mean, they outscored them, 31-0? 31-0
yeah,
on
that's
answer.
right.
So, to me, they are the Berry Brothers blue-collar player of the game.
All right, you hit it right on the nose. Can't argue with that. They certainly earned it, and it was a team effort. That is at its core what football is really all about. You win and lose as a team, and I realize that's all very hackneyed, but it's true.
Absolutely.
It may be hackneyed, it may be old school, it may be whatever you want to call it, but it is true. The game doesn't change that much through the years. Now, let's go ahead, Rob. I want to put your thinking cap back on again here, because we want to take a look at the Crowell Company's Lantern Man superhero of the game. And let's go ahead and name that person, courtesy of Crowell Companies. They have offices open from 9 to 9, Monday through Friday, and Saturdays until 2 in Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City. Talk about convenience. It's Crowell Companies.
He's not a big guy. He's only 5'8", about $150, but he played a major role tonight. That was Mr. Proctor, number 31 out of Munster. 23 rushes for 131 yards, almost 6 yards a carry, 2 scores. He led his team on homecoming to a big upset win.
And you're going to have to be able to handle some option with this team in addition to other things. You have Scott out there in one end and a one-on-one. That's a problem. They're running the other way on the option. That's a problem. You have a lot of different looks, a lot of different problems. This team could be awfully good before we are done. Rob, it has been great. I have enjoyed it. Before we sign off, though, let's thank everybody who has made this possible tonight. Region Sports Network coverage of high school football on the internet at regionsports.com is underwritten by Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers, the MVP of MPGs. Friday night is Chevy dealer game night. The Crowell Companies, your insurance superheroes. You can depend on them. The Berry Brothers. Berry Brothers, a tradition of quality and service since 1946. Strack and Van Til, where fresh is more than just a word. McShane's, business products and solutions since 1921. They've been doing it, and for a long time. Christensen Chevrolet in Highland, driving the American dream. By Tech Credit Union, financial services for life. By Langle's Pizza in Highland, Schererville, and Crown Point. And boy, I'm looking forward to some of that tonight. That's for sure. By the concussion clinics at Community Hospital in Munster, St. Mary Medical Center in Hobart, and Valparaiso Health Center in Valpo. By Herm and Chris Hoagie of Remax Realty in Munster, proud supporters of Halftime at the Region Sports Network. United Federal Credit Union, banking made easy. Randall K. Miss Accounting Group, putting the numbers to work for you. Randall K. Miss Accounting Group. Morris Baseball and Softball Center, providing elite instruction. By State Farm agents Bob Rees in Crown Point and Rich Allenbaugh in Highland. By Buffalo Wild Wings, you gotta be there. And by Misprint in Munster and Hammond. For custom print, design, and signs, check out Misprint. Rob, this is our first game together. I want you to know I very much enjoyed it. Great job.
Bill, it was my pleasure.
A real pleasure.
Thank you very much for helping the new guy get through another game.
Oh, you did a great job. Hey, not only that, but you showed you had the best eagle eye in town. We're giving you credit for that.
I ate a lot of food as a child, and some of them were carrots.
Yeah, there you go. That's why I'm eating all the carrots right now. Oh, well, we had an awful lot of fun. Let's thank everybody with our crew that made it possible. The executive producer of Region Sports is Chris Ramirez. Chief engineer, Mike Bonaventura. The coordinating producer is Nathan Laird. Our broadcast crew, Bill Hazen and Rob Gross. Our video by Scott Stessel here tonight. RSN Game producer is Rich Castillo, and the video producer is Nathan Laird. Special thanks to Brian Clark here at Munster High School. What a job they have done here. Brian not only took care of us, he made sure the booth was open nice and early. We like to get out early so that we can provide a nice broadcast. He made sure we were not only able to get in nice and early, but that the surroundings were just great. They do a great job. And finally, a special thanks to the listeners and viewers here on regionsports.com. You make it all possible. We never forget that, and it's our pleasure to be of service to you through these broadcasts. Now, standing by our post-game coverage, and we have a full night of that back in our Region Sports studio. So we'll bid you farewell, and we will clean up here and head back and join all the guys back in the Region Sports studios. That's the story here from Munster, Indiana, the Marshlands, where the Marshlanders were victorious. 31-7 Munster over Andrean, and Andrean's winning streak beginning the season undefeated, that is now over. That's the story, and this is a Region Sports production on Region Sports, the only game in town. Good night.
Regionsports.com.
Game tested